Everybody, welcome. We have a new adventure that we're kicking off today. Welcome to our homebrewed adventure, Factions of Fate. This is part 2 of a 3-part introduction that will lead each character to the starting point. We just finished part 1 last week, so please go back and watch that, though it's not required if you just want to watch this episode and then go all the way through to the beginning, because session 1 will bring the 3 character groups together to start the real campaign. Before moving on, please do like and subscribe. We're a small channel and we really need your help. We'd like to get the 500 subs, but really, we're counting on you to help us out. So thanks a lot. I'm going to cover some housekeeping stuff now for the game and the campaign. However, if you want to skip all the housekeeping stuff, we're going to talk about the house rules. We talked about the house rules last time as well, but we have new characters this time. You can do that by just jumping down below and clicking where it says start adventure. It'll be a link and you can go right there, or I'll put the stamp in the box right there of the time. So if you want to just set your slider over there, you can start the adventure. But that's all. Let's see here. All characters begin at level 9 for this campaign. As such, I'm sure we're all going to have some questions, and we're going to just test out our characters to see how they work. So Factions of Fate brings back 3 characters from previous Lost Mine of Phandelver game that we ran. One of those characters here is Echankar. That's run, and then Cameron is bringing in somebody brand new. So each of these introductory adventure pairs an old character with a new one. Though it's awesome if you've enjoyed our homebrewed Lost Mine of Phandelver game. You don't really need to have watched that to enjoy this. Some of the characters will be the same. Some of the backgrounds, and I might bring in some points from the previous game, but I'll explain everything if you haven't seen the Lost Mine game. So don't feel like you really have to. It's not, but if you want to, it's there in our catalog, and I'll put a link below somewhere so you can get back to it. So if you want to start there, let's see. See if I have any more things in my notes. Other than that, we're going to cover the house rules for our new set of players. And of course, you can skip it if you want to. So in good session 0, like form, we're going to cover the house rules for the players. So we have a few house rules, looks like 8 or so. I have them dashed, not numbered. So tell me if my numbers are wrong. So for number 1, any action that uses a leveled spell slot can only be used once per turn. So that, for example, this is for you, Ek. I pulled that. When you smite, you can only, since you use a spell slot, you can only smite once per turn, and that's sort of to keep things a little bit more even for like rogues who can only backstab once a turn, or I guess they call it sneak attack and things like that. So
I get it. You don't want to just melt the enemy in one action, one turn.
Yeah, and you're going to be coming up to 3 attacks. You won't get. Well, you might with your fighter. I guess I don't know how far you're going with your fighter. I think you got to be 11th level with your fighter to get 3 attacks. So
I don't know about that.
Are you going to keep going with paladin or fighter, or do you not know yet?
I definitely feel straight up paladin. Like I wanted, back when I chose fighter, it was specifically because I felt like I needed to help my allies defend themselves. So sure. I took that defensive fighting style. But
sure, well, no problem. The second thing, drinking a potion can be an action or a bonus action. If it's an action, it works just as it does now. It's just an action. But if you choose to use a bonus action as your spell or a potion quaffing, that counts as the level spell for that round. That's sort of the penalty for quaffing a potion as a bonus action, is you can't cast another level spell as your action. You can cast a cantrip. You can cast, something else or some other thing as your regular action. But for example, you can't quaff a potion of healing and cast lightning bolt. That's just to again, keep the action economy more under control. Okay, of course, my baddies have the same problem. Number 3, we are reverting back to the default disengage rules. As I said last time, we had a house rule disengage, but we're changing that because in the end, I didn't really see a benefit and I don't want to confuse people who are watching. So we're just going to go with the default one. During a move, you're only allowed to perform one of the following: climb, jump, or stand. That's basically, again, to kind of keep, there's always some question of what can I do? When can I climb? And so we're just going to make it simple. Everybody, you can do 1 climb, jump, or stand. If you dash, you get a second one of those. So when you dash, you basically reset that. Recall knowledge is a bonus action. Some people had some questions on that, so that's what that is. For those of you who don't know, I did a full video on the recall knowledge in D&D, which is pulled from Pathfinder, which is ultimately pulled from D&D I think it was fourth edition where they had that. And that's primarily to allow people to ask questions about monsters to see what they know. Do they know if that monster has a breath weapon? Well, recall knowledge and find out. Flanking, still +2 from last time, and it can still trigger a sneak attack if you have that. So for all intents and purposes, for sneak attacks, it's just similar to being having advantage, but it doesn't. I didn't want flanking because we have so many people and so many people surrounding them that advantage to everybody in flanking would be a lot for a big group. So we're toning that down a little bit. This is an interesting one. Dropping to 0 hit points gives you 1 level of combat fatigue. I call it combat exhaustion, but Mike suggested I call it combat fatigue, and I pretty much do whatever Mike tells me. So, so you get 1 level of combat fatigue if you drop to 0 hit points. So if you drop to 0 hit points and come back up, and the effect is the same as having regular exhaustion. However, combat fatigue comes back. All of it comes back in a short rest. So if you get 3 levels of combat fatigue, you will then get back all of it during a short rest. I think Zach, you had mentioned you had a question on that.
I did. So is there like it's probably exceedingly rare, but let's just say, Ek goes down and is rezzed up like 4 times in a combat. Like, is there an upper tier where it's just like, okay, you just cannot fight anymore. You are too fatigued to even get up. Is that a thing?
You will just die, just like exhaustion.
Okay.
If you go down, I think it's 6 times. I think it's quite. I mean,
that's pretty rare, but I just wanted to know just in case.
Also, a good reason why you might want a short rest if you, for example, you've gone you're 4 levels of combat fatigue in, and you're like, I want to press forward, but we just might need to rest.
Okay. Good to know.
And I noticed in Lost Mine, you guys didn't really short rest a lot, and that's cool. And it's not necessarily always convenient to do so, but in certain cases, you just might want to do that. And also, to be fair, in Lost Mine, you didn't really go up and down multiple times, like 4 and 5 times. I was usually once or twice. But I like the fact that just going down once or twice, you just have that repercussions of having that happen.
Yeah. No, totally agree. Just wanted to know. 6 times gone. Makes sense.
So of course, if you're in the middle of a combat and you don't want, if you have 3 goblins surrounding you and you go down, you don't want to be resurrected with like 7 hit points because they will take you down again. You want to be a little bit more tactful with doing that. Moving through an enemy's or space requires you to shove someone or push someone. You can also shove aside. That is an optional rule in the DMG, I believe. A shove aside means you just push someone to the side, but you have to do your strength check with disadvantage. So that's just an optional rule. You can also try to tumble through them or tumble past them as well. That's simply a contest of dexterity to try to push through them. So it gives you a couple options instead of just having to push them, which is kind of the default way. Also, if an enemy is unconscious on the ground, if they're just laying there and they can't do anything to attack you, they are just going to be considered difficult terrain. We never really came to an agreement on that. I would sometimes say yes, sometimes say no. We're just going to make it a blanket rule. And the last one, which we had a lot of activity with in Lost Mine from both player and DM characters, was that moving a grappled opponent was a free action. It's typically by default a free action to do. If you have someone grappled, you can just move them. Now, if it required an athletics check or something to grapple somebody, you need to make another athletics check to force them to move. They get a second chance. Of course, really light or flimsy characters you'll be able to move them around pretty easy. But something big like a ogre, you're fighting them and you happen to grapple. If you want to move them 10 feet, you got to make that. You got to make that grapple check. You got to force them. Ugh. So that's it. That's the house rules. Not a whole lot there, but more or less just questions that came up last campaign that we're sort of solidifying. As I always say, house rules are optional. And so that means that they can be changed at any time. We may decide next adventure or whatever that didn't work for us in the convenience between games. I might get a bunch of emails. But if you think that any of those house rules are excessive or not excessive enough, or you have other options, As I said in the previous adventure, since the algorithm likes the messages down below, please leave a comment and tell us all the things that we do right or wrong. We appreciate it. So moving on. So in today's game, we're joined by Cameron and Zach. You guys ready to get the game going? I talked a lot of time here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have been blowing the ears off of my friends of how excited I am to play Ek again.
That's awesome. All right. So, Zach, you return with your Paladin of Ilmater, Echankar Dune. It's been a while since we've seen Ek, so Ek's gone through some changes. We're going to get to that. On top of that, we have Cameron, who's coming in and he's playing a druid. So we're gonna meet a lot more about Cameron and see what's going on with him. In fact, we're gonna start with Cameron. So if there's nothing else going on, don't need a bathroom break, don't need to get a snack, we can start rolling.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it. Nestled just beyond the bustling crosstown of Tribor lies the mystical expanse known as Gwerin's Slumber, a woodland frozen in the enchanted embraces of perpetual autumn. The air here is redolent with heady aroma of spicy cedar and the earthly scent of fallen leaves. Gwerin's Slumber presents a dreamscape where the colors of fall are perpetually vibrant, casting a warm and golden glow upon the landscape. Named for Gwerin Windstorm, a divine ranger that some have raised to godhood, protected by Tribord as sacred. Under the sprawling canopies of ancient trees, the forest floor is carpeted in russets of foliage, crinkled softly beneath each step. Ethereal mists weave between the trees, adding an otherworldly quality to the landscape. Amid the flora, rare and magical creatures are said to reside, their presence enhancing the air of mystery that permeates this place. Hidden clearings within the woodlands serve as serene havens bathed in the soft hues of the early dawn. It is here that fey creatures are said to gather, dancing in harmony with the ethereal autumnal splendor where some folks of Tribor come to meditate and experience nature's perpetual slumber. Camping on the edge of the forest is an almost giant-like blue-skinned man. Curled up in his blanket, he dreams of his days within the high forest and the spirit of his patron god LaRue, with a long staff ever clutched in his strong hands. It's then, at the edge of this small makeshift camp, the ever-autumn leaves shuffle, where a tiny squirrel darts from one shadow to the next. The squirrel stops, its eyes quickly shifting about, then makes another sprint to the edge of the blanket where the blue giant sleeps among the red and orange-colored boughs. Cameron, make me a perception roll.
Perception roll.
First roll.
21.
21. Cameron, as the furbolg lays there, dreaming of distant places and of his past and of the many events that brought him here, he feels small footsteps moving about. And you suddenly become aware that you are continually still far from home, and that these footsteps are closer and more real than your dream. What are you going to do?
He will wake up very carefully and slowly to see exactly what's getting close and to not spook it away if it's a friendly creature.
You part your eyes, and you are almost jarred by the fact that a little red squirrel, is not but 4 inches from your face, staring at you. It tilts its head, its cheeks ever pluming as it looks over at you, and it goes.
He goes, "Hello, friend."
And you see it jump back about 6 feet, diving back. It goes to a defensive stance, its tail flipping up, and then it quivers, and it almost as quickly runs up to you and looks at you and goes.
He'll slowly kind of sit up, dig in his pack for a little morsel of berries or something like that, and hand it over.
He takes it, and as soon as you get it in his little mitts, it's gone. He's and it looks out. It's just
I'll
chirping
also
at
take
you.
some berries and eat with him. Didn't expect company for breakfast.
He looks over at you, and then he looks out into the day, into the mist, into the fields that lie outside of this forest. As he stares out, he chirps something and then runs back to you and goes.
Is there something you need help with, little guy?
And he almost bounces once in excitement, but you don't think that he understands you.
It's fine. I'll get up and kind of just gesture to lead the way.
And he runs in circles around you, and he stops and he goes.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm looking at the details of detect thoughts right now, but I don't know if it has enough intelligence for it to work.
It probably doesn't. You'd have to be able to do something like speak with animals or something like that.
I think that is not.
And you have new
one
magic
that-
items, and so I know you're going to look.
Oh yeah. I gotta look through all my stuff. Yeah, I do have speak with animals. I can do that. I'll kind of raise my staff a little bit, and purple light comes off the tip, and then I can speak with animals. Understand?
And you expend how many slots to speak with animals?
1 charge.
You expend 1 charge. It kind of ripples out. The forest around you, kind of even the lingering bowed branches, kind of they shiver as energy flows out from your staff, and the little creature, as he's chirping, his chirping all of a sudden just changes to a language that you understand. Blue giant, there are fox in the autumn woods. You've asked us to find, and we found them. All the giants.
You found the giants?
Yes. They are circling by the great acorn tree. There. Fox in the woods.
Finally.
They stink worse than the smallest giants in the giant boxes. Can you help me find the food in the giant boxes? The giants out there are noisy and easy to run from, but they use sticks and scream when you make their homes in their boxes.
Well, you shouldn't go into other people's things.
Shouldn't, coulda, woulda.
It might explain their behavior, but either way, you should lead the way. I'd like to see these giants. I've been looking for a while.
I would, but I can't go there because there is the hawk there, and the hawk is dangerous.
Don't worry, I won't let the hawk do anything to you.
Well, you are big and have giant hands. You can swat him away.
That's right.
Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Oh my goodness, a 7.
A 7. He jumps back and he looks at you with cocked eye, kind of a face. He's kind of jittery. He doesn't seem like he's ever sitting still. He scurries from one side to the other, runs up a tree, looks over the branches, and he says, "But you are not that tall. I am taller than you now, and the hawk is taller." And he runs back down, runs up to your feet, and looks up at you, and he says, "What can you do? Will the hawk carry you away too?"
I don't think it'll carry me away.
Well, maybe we should play. Going out there is dangerous. Can you throw this? He runs back and grabs a small piece of foliage from the forest floor. It's littered with leaves and boughs, but the leaves don't seem to ever really fade. They're always in this autumnal state. He runs up and hands you this little clump of grass. He goes, "Throw it and I will fetch it. I'm very fast."
Okay. I will, what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll throw it kind of in the direction that we want to go towards those trees.
Right.
That they're supposed to be gathering at, and I'll see just how long he'll play with me until he realizes where we're going. All right.
He runs forward, and by the time he reaches it, you sort of caught up halfway to him, and he grabs it, and he looks at it with victory, and he runs back to you. "Here, throw it again. Throw it again. Throw it again."
He keeps going the whole way, having a great time.
As you throw it, you get closer and closer to emerging out of this ever autumnal forest. And as he gets to the edge, he suddenly stops as you throw it just beyond the forest edge, out into a field where beyond you see a large field of grasses, alfalfa grasses. This seems to be you've actually been around this area in Tribor for a few days, and you're familiar with this area. You are on the northern edge, just ahead of you. You see a road, and this road leads is called the Tribor Trail, and on beyond it is a rise up to a bunch of houses. And the squirrel stops, and he picks it up and he looks and he goes, "Oh no! There's a hawk. There are hawks here. You cannot go out there. Safety!" And he runs up to you, and he runs under your feet and stands at the foot of your ankles, in the shadow of your ankles. It is early morning, and there are long shadows, barely a light. The sky is almost still black, but you see the stars are fading, and the very edge of a thin light peering over the eastern edge of the town. It's sort of interrupted by the buildings as you're looking out.
Okay.
And he kind of peeks his head out. He goes, "Don't go out there."
I want to look around to see if I see any hawks.
All right, give me a perception roll.
15.
15. Looking around the sky, it seems rather calm. In fact, it is early. You do hear movement from deeper within the town. You're used to this. You've been around Tribor for a few days, and you're used to the town waking up early. This is a town of farmers, a town of people who raise horses. You've seen the horse farms in the distance. Though you've not gone into Tribor yet, you do know that this community wakes up early, and you hear people around. But with all the bustle of the early dawn, you don't see any hawks.
I look down to the squirrel friend and go, "It seems the hawks are busier elsewhere this morning. Looks like we have clear open skies."
It circles around you, climbing up your foot, climbing up your leg, spinning around, and runs up to your shoulder.
I'll let him sit on my antler that I got.
It pierces on the side of your shoulder, and you see it looking around like it's using you as a tree. And as you hold your staff, it literally runs up your arm, runs up your staff, and kind of clings to the edge of the staff, of the shaft that's there, the crystalline shaft, and he looks around. Let him make a perception roll. As he looks at you, he runs back to your shoulder and he says, "Okay." And he runs back down.
All right.
He says, "They are beyond the flats, up the hill. Careful, horses sometimes come here."
Horses are nice too if you don't go into their things.
No. You don't understand. They leave mountains. And they smell.
Yes, they do.
Careful of the mountains.
Many creatures do.
We all leave. I leave little. They leave mountains. And they smell forever. Follow me. He takes off, darting out into this field of grasses. This is like a grain field that you're kind of running through, but he runs straight through, and you can barely see as it's midsummer and the grains are tall, 2 to 3 feet tall already. And he doesn't make a swath or a shift running. He literally just disappears and runs.
I'll do my best to track him down and follow him through.
Give me a survival roll.
Just head in his way.
Give me a survival roll.
This guy's giving you trouble.
21.
You finally catch up to him. You get misplaced just a bit, and you emerge on the other side of the of the fields of wheat. You find yourself on the northern edge of the Tribor Trail. If you look at your map, I'll show you what it looks like. You find yourself just about here, coming out of the grasslands. Let's see if I can get the right layer on. See, can you see that? Can you see that thing? Yeah. Okay. As you emerge out, you look across. There's a rise on the other side. Here you see that the road. It's early in the morning, and there's very few people moving about. There are inns nearby, but all the lights seem to be out. You maybe see the glint of maybe a kitchen light on one of them. Someone getting up early to start coffee and start making breakfast, but there is no movement that you see around. The area here seems to be still deep in sleep. So though it is early, so it is morning, it is still early. It takes off across the field, moving across the field, and goes up to this rise. It tries to run up this rise. It slips up the rise easily and stands there as it looks back at you, wondering, why the hell are you taking so long?
Okay. Well, where is the, how tall is the rise?
It is 20 feet up.
Oh,
It's pretty
geez.
steep.
Spry squirrel.
Yep. He just kind of jumped right up.
I'm picturing that squirrel from Ice Age right now, honestly.
Yeah. Scrat.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Let's see. Wait on that for now. I'm just gonna go around this slow way and just kind of meander through town a little bit and see if he follows me. And I'll get up to like right here and start swinging around.
All right, as you move back, he runs back down. Come back to the T here. Come back to the T here. He runs back down to here, and he just darts down. He goes. He runs all the way, get back up to you. How long does your spell last?
Speak with animals. I believe.
I think it's 1 hour concentration, right?
I
Double
think
check.
so. Yeah. Spells. With animals. Oh, it's only 10 minutes.
All right, still going, still going. You haven't quite taken the 10 minutes. He runs up to you and he looks up and he says, "You are a tall giant and very dumb, because I am going this way and you are going that way. You want to see the giants? They burn.
They burn.
Yes, they burn. You have been asking all the forest creatures for giants who burn. I have come to tell you. By the way, I am Tanglefoot. You are tall and dumb, but must have a name.
Yeah, you can call me Lear. Thank you.
As in a sinister look. I'm Lear.
Very similar, yes. And then he gives him like a big, like narrow-eyed stare.
Appropriately named. Follow me.
I'm
Runs back
gonna
up this
go
way.
around the long way.
All right, you hustle around the long way. As you walk through town, you see a horseman on the road standing right here. I'll put the map down. He is a man. He is heavily armored. His horse has barding, and as you walk up, he turns to look at you, and he gives you this kind of a crooked kind of stare at you, and he asks, "New? Looking for an inn?"
Just passing through. I've had word from friends that there might be some giants nearby.
Giants? I've not seen any giants.
I've been given information that there might be some to the north a bit. So I'll just be heading that way. Don't mind me.
Well, keep your distance. We here in Tribor don't like riffraff causing trouble in the town.
Do I look like riffraff to you, sir?
He looks at you silently, biting his lower lip, and then he kind of moves back on his horse a little bit. His horse kind of backs up, and he goes, "Carry on."
Give it like a little bow. Keep kind of walking forward.
He watches
Beard's a
you
little
intensely.
cheeky.
He watches you intensely as you move down this path. But he seems to be sitting at the crossroad here. You think he's maybe at a post of some sort.
Sure.
As you pass by here, you see several other horsemen in the distance sort of wandering around. You think they might be on patrol of some sort, keeping the peace, as it were, in the early dawn.
Okay.
The man carries with him a badge with 3 boars on it.
Fitting.
All right, you can put yourself over here if you want to go ahead and walk all the way around. You wander through the area again. Let me move the map up. You wander through the area again, and he takes off to the north. He says, as he sits there, he goes, "You made me wait. I am waiting long."
Sometimes waiting is a good thing, little friend.
He looks at you as if he has no comprehension of what you're saying and takes off at a brisk pace. All right, he's going to take you north past the windmill to another set of houses that are there. As he crosses that threshold, and it's kind of a little off the map, but I didn't want to create another map for a small thing. As you cross the threshold across the map, roll initiative.
Ooh.
I'll bring the initiative tracker up.
Good luck.
I will give him an initiative roll. All right, he's been added. He has an initiative roll. I'm going to have the squirrel go on your initiative. You go first. As you do, from the top of this windmill, you hear the as a hawk suddenly sleeps down, swooping down, coming into the grass. Big talons extended, arched back, wings flying out, sliding down. It is about 30 feet from you as you see it flying down toward the grass. The squirrel, unknowingly running forward, knowing that you, the great liar, are going to protect it. However, you might not. What are you going to do with this hawk flying down at you?
Let's see here. I cast polymorph on the hawk and turned it into a squirrel too.
Oh
my god!
Mid-flight.
What is my saving throw?
Mid-flight.
What is my saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw against. Is my saved? I think
looks like 17.
DC, is it 17? Is that with my item? It should be. I think
it's going to be pretty much the same as your character. It just allows your character to cast it. So,
right. But I get like a +1 DC from that.
Okay,
the most chaotic move.
Yeah. All right, the hawk comes swooping down, talons out. Suddenly, this hawk just goes, turns into a squirrel, and finds himself dropping 10 feet, hitting the ground and kind of flopping.
Squirrels can't take falling damage. They fall. They can survive falls at terminal velocity.
Yep. It
straight through.
It pops up. It looks around. It looks over at you, and it looks over at you. You still having the speak with animals up. It looks over at you. And he looks at you and says, "Hey, what the fuck was that?"
That's my friend. You can't touch him.
Oh, he runs forward and he takes his two little hands and he goes, and he falls and he looks at his paws. He looks over at you and he says, "You're a prick," and you see him run off. He runs off.
Just go take a walk for an hour. You'll feel better.
He runs off toward the windmill. He just runs off, and you see he keeps trying to fly, but as he does so, he kind of stumbles forward,
jumping around.
I like this hawk is like a gangster. He's like, "Yo, you fucking prick, get out of here!"
And you see him. He's just as he's going, he's like just screaming, as this hawk would scream, "Ah!" But instead he's like, "Oh, you mother!" He's just like bitching you out as he goes walking away. And you see this squirrel who calls himself Tanglefoot. He looks back and he goes, "What was that?"
A hawk.
Where? And you see he runs under your feet and he clings to your boots.
I took care of it. We're fine.
All right. Let's stop there. Echankar. The small cottage surrounded by alfalfa rests silently in the pre-dawn light. The exterior is littered with piles of lumber, a few wooden horses for cutting wood, several saws leaning against the house, and one small wall completely removed. The wall has a burlap cloth tied tight to keep the night air away, but flaps and slaps when the breeze hits just at the right angle. Within the small cottage is a kitchen, the smallest of sitting rooms, and a single bedroom. A man and woman sleep here, the man wrapped around his wife with arms fit for wrestling dragons, while his wife cradles an obvious bump for a belly. Above the bed is a small plaque that reads, "Our home, our love," and below the sign of the symbol of Ilmater, hands wrapped in a red-bound ribbon. At the foot of the bed is a mannequin of sorts that holds heavy armor. Resting on the wooden stand is a hammer in the shape of a fist, with the ever-staring eye of Helm watching over the sleeping couple, protecting them. Hanging on the wall like a piece of art is a large steel shield awash in white with Ilmater's symbol painted proudly on its field. The shield and armor are in excellent shape, but a careful inspection reveals the many parts that have been repaired and replaced over time. The steady slapping of the burlap is soothing white noise, while the cool dawn breeze flows through the partially opened window. Suddenly, the man's eyes springs open as a hawk cries, and then stops from a field nearby. The symbol of Ilmater around his neck slides down his chiseled chest. Something is amiss. Echankar, you wake to a sudden feeling that something is not right. As you do so, your wife, Jorlins, rolls over, kind of rubbing her face and looking up. Ek?
Yes. No, it's everything's fine.
She kind of lifts up, and as she does so, she almost forgets her state for a moment, and then she kind of touches her stomach and she smiles and she says, "Is everything all right?"
Yes, no, everything's fine. No, stay in bed. I just I need to check on something outside. I thought I heard something, but
it's those daft workers already. The sun hasn't even peaked yet. Damn, they're nocturnal roots.
Easy kind of like has like a groan come over. She says, have you spoken with Gloak about how long this is going to take now?
I don't.
The final repairs.
I'd like to think it would be done within the month. I almost forgot to tell you. I got a letter yesterday. With your returning from your trip, I didn't know how to tell you this, but my mom is coming next month for the duration of the. Well, I don't know how long. She is going to be staying with us.
Oh, yes. No, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes sense. If I am called away, you should have someone here for you.
So I'm hoping that the workers are done before she arrives. It's definitely going to be a bit cramped if we don't have at least one of the two rooms finished.
He's just a little smile, and he's just like, yes, no, it's as long as at least one is ready for when he or she comes.
You hear some swooshing out back of the house, in the distance, but not exactly close, but not exactly far either.
He grabs Jorlin on the shoulder and just kind of clasps her. He's like, wait here. I'll be right back. And he'll grab. He's not going to don the armor. He'll grab the hammer and walk out.
All right, you have a couple choices in this small house. Right now, there's only one free door, as the other door has been removed with the wall and now has entangled with burlap. There's also a window you can climb out, so there's a front door, the burlap that you can untie, or a window.
He'll go out the front door. He doesn't want to open up the burlap.
All right. You emerge from the house, looking out beyond the front stoop. Looking south of the ridge where the land drops down to meet the road, so you're kind of looking toward the south, a horseman is talking to a traveler. You immediately recognize the horseman as Garrick Freesoul, one of the fellow members of the 12, Tribor's elite soldiers, of which you are a member. The man he's speaking to is a heavily cloaked for travel. The morning breeze swirling his cloak at the back as he tries to keep it clenched in front. The man is human, and for sure, but has a sash across its fronts. Words etched in arcane runes that glow in the dark of the night, so you can actually see them glowing. The glow creates a hue around his shoulder, and at his breastplate you see embroidered the symbol of Helm. Garrick shifts on his horse, then points toward town, obviously giving directions, possibly to an inn. The man barely gives a nod and starts walking into town. Garrick suddenly stops, becoming aware of your presence, even though you are deep in the shadows. Garrick has always had great eyes, which is why he works at night. He waves at you.
Mm-hmm.
Garrick has always been a quiet man, but a man you can trust. Years ago, when you had the incident that resulted in a dozen soldiers' death, Garrick was one of your few supporters. Though the town has mostly let the past rest, you've never forgot his kind words to before Lord Protector Daratha Chandrel against Tarth Blackwarden, leader of the 12, and the man of which now you serve. Ever since that day, you've had a bit of a strained relationship with Blackwarden, but Garrick and the Lord Protector have always had your back. Your attention is drawn from the road as you once again hear movement from behind your home. Jorlin steps into the kitchen, tying a robe over the rise will be soon your firstborn. Hey, is everything all right, Ek?
Yes, no, everything seems fine. I think somebody new has come to town. He's just trying to like make sure she's focused on like, oh, somebody new is coming to town, not that this is sound behind him. He's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to check on my horse.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
25.
They always come into town so early. She turns and you see that she grabs a pot from underneath one of the cabinets, and she hangs it on over the stove and begins to fuss with some wood. You think she might be trying to start a fire for maybe getting some tea on?
Okay. So make sure to save a cup for me as he starts walking over to the noise. He gives a wave back, and then he starts moving back towards the noise that he was hearing.
All right, Garrick takes your wave as being polite. You are on a farmland, even though you don't farm your own land. He doesn't pay you any mind, and you see him walking back into town. You know that he patrols in the evening a lot, and so it's not uncommon for him to be there. He likes to patrol the outer edges and meet people in town. You wrap around to the back of the house. There you see in the alfalfa field that you've leased to your neighbor Brickard are there merely a field of black with almost flowing blue tips in the pre-dawn haze of the morning. Beyond your own field are more farms, endless farms to the north that stretch to the rising foothills that keep Neverwinter Woods from enveloping the long road. Give me a perception roll.
8.
You don't see anything else. It seems dark and calm.
He remembers hearing there was a hawk call. He clasps his hands in such a way and does a hawk call of his own.
All right, you do so. Liar, give me a perception roll.
21.
You see, actually, I will have give me a performance check.
Okay. Let's see how good he does.
What do you get?
17.
You hear a man obviously doing a very good impersonation of a hawk, but you can tell it is actually someone calling out. Maybe it's the hawk's owner. Maybe this is the person who's causing all this chaos.
I will try to pinpoint where that came from.
You can easily find it. It's coming from a nearby home. You see from where you're standing, it's difficult to see, but you see this home looks disheveled. There may be a vagrant living there.
Some kind of vagrant, huh? Maybe some shanty hunter.
As you kind of you're standing silently in the field, this squirrel running around your feet.
I am a little concerned that maybe that has something to do with the hawk that just polymorphed. So maybe I'll go check in on that.
What do you want to check on? What do you want to check on?
I'm gonna walk over to the shack.
To the shanty town shack?
Yeah.
All right, you move forward, and as you do, the squirrel stops, and he's chirping, and he's like here, here. And as you do, you see as if plowing right through the field of alfalfa, a path of cinders. It looks like the alfalfa has been curled and burned away by many small footprints leading toward the autumnal forest.
Small footprints? Well,
Yes, they're give me
definitely
a
flame.
survival roll. Actually, give me a recall knowledge of Arcana. So give me an Arcana roll.
8.
You're not sure. They just look like a bunch of small footprints. It's difficult to tell what they are exactly. Perhaps the way they burnt or whatever. They look odd. They don't look humanoid at all. You were expecting giants from this creature, but this thing has given you. They're like small little cindered footprints, and they're not exactly burning anything. They more or less curled everything around as if it was heat, not necessarily burning flames that would set the field on fire.
Interesting. Okay. Well, at least we have tracks. I'm going to just go and verify that I didn't polymorph somebody's pet, and then I'm going to.
All right. Ek. From the darkness emerges a giant, a huge man. He stands tall. I believe you're 8 feet tall, Lar.
Yep, just about.
Yeah. About 8 feet tall. He carries a staff. And he steps out and emerges from the shadows. Give me a perception roll.
11.
Thankfully, as the morning light hits and strikes, you see the shimmer of the morning over the top, just barely the edge of his face. He's out in the field. You noticed him. You see this. This is someone you've met once before, out in the forest a few days ago when you were walking through the autumnal forest. Through the slumber. This is a blue giant, a furbolg of sorts that you had met once before. He doesn't quite see you yet. You are standing in the dark with the black against your house. He doesn't see you quite yet. You see he's looking around for you. Liar, give me a perception roll.
11, but my passive is 15.
Yeah, that's right. Liar, you do see what looks to be a strange white figure, stark white figure holding. You have your hammer in your hand. Is that what you took?
Yep, I just have a hammer.
With a hammer in his hand, you see him there, and your eyes just as you stop, you see him looking at you. You just notice him. You notice, man. This man is someone you have met just a few days ago out in the fields, and you had talked with him briefly. Strange that you would see him again, but I mean, he is near the town that you just saw him in, so.
Oh,
Ek, what are you going to do? You see he stops and kind of looks at you.
I regard him as like, Lear? Is that you?
Yes. Good Sir Echankar.
He drops the hammer onto the ground just as like no, there's no aggressiveness here, and he starts walking towards you. He's like, what are you doing here? I thought I heard something.
Was that you that made that call? It was quite impressive. The hawk call there.
He kind of gets a little embarrassed. He's like, oh, you heard that? Yeah, no, there's a hawk in this area that I sometimes call, and it's just something. It's just a hobby of mine. Did you see it? What?
I may have had a small run-in with him. He attempted to eat my friend here, and I'll gesture to the squirrel.
You see a little squirrel at his feet. It runs over to you and starts chirping. But when he does, Lear, you no longer understand. He goes, and it looks over at you and it begins to speak to Echankar in full, unrecognizable sentences.
And X just kind of looking down and like, I'm sorry, I don't have any snacks for you or anything. But Lear, please come in. My wife is getting tea ready. Would you care to join us?
Actually, I'm on a bit of a mission this morning. I believe I finally found a break in that giant case that I told you about earlier. At least that's where this little guy is leading me.
He kind of squints his eyes. Like, yes, I remember you mentioned that. I hadn't know any of the 12 have seen signs of giants
I haven't found
what does the
explicit
squirrel give
signs
you?
either, but the squirrel here has told me of these fiery footprints we've actually just stumbled across the trail just a bit back. I don't know if you're particularly busy today, but might be nice to have an extra pair of hands around.
Fiery footprints. Bring me. Can you show me? Are they close?
They're not too far away. They're just over here, actually. Alarmingly close to. Is this your home?
Yes.
It
Heck,
might
you
be
walk
pertinent
through
for
your
you to
own
come
field
in
of
and
alfalfa, of which your neighbor is actually farming for you, and the field of alfalfa swashes. It's slick and wet in the morning, and your legs that are not as protected as you're used to, and during adventuring, it quickly gets wet. Your feet slosh in the morning dew, but you quickly emerge into a path. It looks like a strange path where it's been about 5 feet wide path, and it burns right through your field. You see a field where it looked like someone literally burnt a path through your field.
What's that? What? When could this have happened? Lear, could you? I'm not the best at this kind of thing. Could you tell me? Is this new? I haven't noticed anything like this.
I mean, I want to check the tracks for freshness, but I will tell Eck. Well, I was just notified this morning by my friend.
Eck, give me an Arcana roll. You might get lucky.
Yeah, I might. 18.
Nice. All right, Eck. Strangely enough, something recalls in your brain when you see the patterns of what you see here. You're not sure where, but you got a vision you get a flash of the patterns that you see of the little tiny footprints that are plodding through. These look like spider tracks, but they're burning.
Something wrong here.
Now you have had run-ins with demons and devils before in your past. Both of those have been known to be emblazed with fire. And you yourself knew of a friend of yours, long lost now, 2 years ago. She herself would blaze into fire. So this isn't foreign to you, but this instance, these spider things. In addition, back in the Lost Mine of Phandelver, deep in the dark, you faced demonic spiders once before. These look bigger. Those were tiny. Those were swarms of tiny spiders. These look huge in comparison, as big as dogs or more.
Yeah, I'll turn to Lear. It's like I've seen something like this before. This is an ill omen. These are some sort much larger than I have fought in the past. Please, see if you can see which direction they're going. Find a trail. I'll be right back. We are going after these things. And Eck will run off in a sprint, grab his hammer, and then burst into his house, running for his armor.
You run in, bursting through the door. Jorlins, taking a start as you hear, just as the door opens, a whistle happened from on top of the fire that she had been creating her water for. It just as it starts whistling, you run through the door, startling her. She's like, "Huh, Echankar, what's wrong?"
And I'll walk up to her like, "My love, listen. I need you to go into town to the 12 and ask for aid. Tell them to be guarding the town. There are demonic
the Lord
creatures.
Protectorate's tower? Do you want me to go to the tower?
Yes, you need to go now.
Should I take your horse? Or should I?
Yes, please go there and stay there. Do not come back here wait until I come back.
I'm on it. She runs back and she throws off her robe, and you know what? She's probably grabbing some traveling clothes to throw on as quickly as she can. She throws the door open to the bedroom, and she suddenly stops and she looks out the back window and she says, "Who is that?"
He's a friend. I've met him in the forest a while ago. His name is Lear. And he don't know much of him, but he seems a good man. He's going with me. Don't worry, I won't be alone.
I find help right away.
Tell them that we're going out as a scouting party, and we'll come back with knowledge of what might be out there. Please take care of yourself.
She looks back at you and she reaches out from the bedroom, half grabbing her clothes to try to grab, and she reaches out and grabs your hand. That same hand that you have your hammer on, she clasps it and she looks at you and she says, "Be careful, my love. I be careful."
I always am.
I know, but I have to say it. And she grabs you and she pulls you in and she kisses your cheek and she says, "Go. I know, go."
Yeah, and he without a second thought dons his armor, and runs back out to Lear. He looks back, making sure she leaves safely.
All right, it takes you a minute. You stand on the front stoop, getting your armor on. It does take a little bit of time to get everything on. Strap everything on. You have to strap your breastplate on and your leg, your greaves, and your everything, and you're kind of putting everything on. Lear, you see the shadow of him in the front stoop, kind of moving around, and from that you see a woman dressed in a heavy traveling cloak, something that would be more for like a winter cloak, but she runs across into the small stable area and you see her run inside. Meanwhile, finally, Echankar dons his armor completely and you see him walking back, a hammer in one hand and grabbing his shield in the other, his holy symbol swaying in front of him. Give me, you recognize the symbol as Ilmater, and you've talked about it before, so you know about him. Give me a survival roll.
23.
Dang. Rolling rocks.
You're fairly certain that these tracks lead into the slumber, into the autumnal woods, from town into it, meaning that these creatures were in town.
Does it look like they like came from the woods to town and then back to the woods, or
all you
I can only
is tracks
see from town?
All you see is tracks from town into the woods. You don't see any tracks leading, and you haven't encountered anything on your way here to say that they've left town or they came from the woods. All you see is them heading into the woods.
I'll be like, Ek, it seems these have only originated from town, but are headed towards the woods.
From town? What? No.
We could either follow the trail and slay the beasts, or potentially see where they came from first.
I sent Jorlins to alert the town guard of these creatures moving around the town, but if they're coming from inside, maybe we need to. I don't know.
You're startled by the front entrance, the gates of your horse stall opening up, and you see Jorlins climbing out on horseback. She's bareback. She didn't bother putting the saddle on or anything, but she's an expert rider, and she's just grabbed the horse in there, and you see the horse take off toward town.
I mean, the 12 are in town. I do trust them.
You trust them to defend the civilians?
I trust them. I trust most of them with my life. They've helped me on many an occasion.
Then let us go put a stop to these beasts.
Yes, I'll follow you.
All right. I'll start heading off towards the woods.
All right. The two of you follow the trail deep across the field. It goes across the alfalfa fields. As you do, you see ahead of you a piece of parchment that floats across the fields as you get kind of to your neighbor's house, Echankar. You see a piece of paper kind of float and stab itself and kind of get stuck in the earth. It looks like a rather large, like a 2 by 3 foot sheaf of paper that's just flapping. It goes standing there.
I'll pick it up if I can.
Yeah, you give me an acrobatics check.
Ooh, great at those. 3.
You go to grab it, and the paper just kind of flips over it and flips another 3 feet away. You kind of go to grab it. It's kind of blowing, it's kind of getting caught on parts of the alfalfa and then kind of floating a couple feet and kind of, and the wind's blowing in the morning. You see that it just kind of shifts over. What would you like to do?
I mean, geez, I can't think of any, I just keep grabbing at it. I don't know if I really can.
Chase,
Lyra, what do you want to do?
Chase, yeah.
Lyra, what do you want to do?
I'll poke at it with my staff. Try to pick it up like a trash poker.
All right, just give me an attack roll.
17.
No problem. It kind of shifts and dances a couple of feet here, and then you see Lear just kind of jump forward. His giant steps, taking 2 strides, reaching across the field, and he stabs it with his spear, and he picks it up, and you see the paper just flapping across the edge. What are you going to do? Yeah, that paper stuck to
Eck.
All right, Eck, you pull the paper off the front, turn the parchment over. It reveals that this is a sign for Tribor's annual St. Oswin's celebration. But at the bottom of the parchment states, vote for Duvessa Shane for Lord Protector. You see, in a few days, the town will celebrate St. Oswin's Day, the day when the saint was said to fell 3 boars with one mighty swing and founded the town of Tribor. Whether this is fact or folklore, the town has embraced the tale as history and celebrates it with the grand feast annually. But this year is a special year. Every 7th celebration of St. Oswin's brings about the election of a new Lord Protector. Though Darathra has won the past 2 elections, whispers are spreading that perhaps the woman has lost favor. Tribor has swelled lately, and with it have come people of mixed scruples and intentions. Though it's not entirely within the Lord Protector's domain to manage any one individual's intentions or when entering Tribor, the horse traders and farmers have projected their unease on Darathra. This seems to be a notice being made by a nearby neighbor voting against the Lord Protector that has many times stood for you.
Strange that I know that she's in Fates right now, but why is this just floating out here? I don't understand. He turns to Lear. He's like, "There's a vote to come recently. I know you haven't been in town very long, but a new Lord Protector may be voted in, and she seems to be on the out, as it were."
That's interesting news. This is a fascinating little town. I might have to come by and observe these proceedings.
All right, what would you like to do? You're kind of at the edge of your neighbor's lot. You can see your neighbor's house is somewhat nearby, and this burnt cinder trail seems to lead down back south, kind of round back south into the autumnal wood.
I think we need to continue following this trail, at least for now.
Agreed.
All right, the 2 of you continue on. What do you do with that paper? Just stuff it in your...
Yeah, I'll roll it up and put it in like a little pouch.
All right, you stuff it within your pouch. Now fully armed and operational, Echankar.
Yeah, I'm not a litter bug.
It's fully armed and operational, Echankar. All right, as you do so, you cross within Brickard's land. He's a stoic dwarven farmer. You've always had good communication with him, and in fact, he's now renting your land to farm, as you tend to keep more to your duties within the 12 and don't really have time for such nonsense. He pays you a steady stipend that covers most of your taxes for the year, so it seems to be a fair trade.
Pretty good deal.
But once you do, as you're crossing through the back of the land, you hear and see the back door of Brickard's house open. And when that happens, there's a light kind of come behind him, and you see the shimmer, the edge of this dwarf who seems to be standing there wearing only his underwear, carrying a sword and wielding a shield. He calls out, "Oh there, best state your purpose shall make yourself scarce."
George is just like, it's me, it's Ek. You know me.
You see his hardened stance falls away as he kind of his shield. He goes, "You make me get out of bed so early."
It seems you did that yourself.
A wee bit early to wander amongst the alfalfa. Is this 12 business yarn?
Yes, it is. And he'll gesture down to like this burnt area. Be like, listen, I stay in your home for now. There seems to be something going on.
All right, as he steps out from his house, the back light that he was mostly covering with his body shines out into the back area of his house, and there you can see that the place is a small table with stacks of papers laid out and cans of paints and brushes.
He pulls out. He's like, "Is this yours?" He pulls out that sheet.
He'll walk across the field a little bit. You're not exactly super far away from each other, and you're about 80, 90 feet away from him. But he kind of walks across. He goes, "Hey, what you talking about?" And he as he gets near, he sees the notice with a big tear in the center, and he grabs it. He goes, "Hey, you must have blown off. I don't mean to be sending litter into your yard. My apologies."
Why are you doing this?
Well, Darath has her time gone. We shouldn't let politics come between neighbors, you know. I just don't think she is a good fit for Tribar anymore.
Seems you're taking this rather personally. He looks at like this giant stack apparently in his house. Like,
you think he's got about a good 24 of them, and they're all these. They have like little stones to keep him weighted down. He's got empty paint buckets and brushes that he's cleaned off. You think he's gone through and kind of he's been making these signs.
Why do you feel the need to do all of this? I don't have a lot of time. I'm just concerned.
Well, my friend, Darathra has let all the riffraff in, and when he says it, you see kind of his eyes kind of leak to the side and point up, and you think that he's probably looking over at Lyre, and then he looks back at it. He says, "Oh no, probably not. Probably a friend of yours, I'm assuming." He looks at you again, but you think he's probably talking about Lyre.
Mm-hmm. He's actually going to cast Disguise Self and try to look like this dwarf man.
Right now in front of him?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
We'll just do that.
All right, you cast Disguise Self. You come now. Disguise Self doesn't, I believe, let you impersonate someone, but I believe it lets you turn into a similar shaped person.
Yeah, it'll be like a discount version of this dwarf man.
Yeah,
this is dwarf man.
His features are like a little too accentuated, a little sad.
He jumps back a little bit. He kind of steps back as you suddenly just out of nowhere cast a spell. Vita Hori, and you just like mystical energies around you, and you just go from 8 feet tall to 4.5 feet tall, and you look like a dwarf. And he looks at you and let's see what happens. He grumbles his nose. He kind of wrinkles it and he looks over at Echankar and he says, "Hey, well, I suppose he is your friend." And he turns around and he kind of like begins to almost like not want to continue the conversation, as if he's been somewhat offended by what had just happened.
Yeah,
it's a shame that he was offended.
Yeah, I know, right? What a shame. Ek is just like he's holding like the one sign that he got from this guy from like and he just rips it up and he's like, "I'm sorry, it's going to wait for later, but I would need to have a discussion with him. Please, we need to continue on."
All right, Brickard, who you know his last name to be Silverbeard. Brickard Silverbeard wanders into his home and closes the door behind him. You see another light pop on. He is a farmer, so he'll probably be waking up anyway. You probably didn't wake him up that much earlier than he probably would have rose anyway, but he just seemed out of sorts.
Might need to rethink this alfalfa deal I have with this guy.
Good neighbors and good politics don't usually go together.
No.
All right.
What a guy.
As you speak, the trail still sits there. Doesn't seem to be cooling, but it's just sort of not. It's not burning. It's just sort of in cinders right now. So it just seems to be staying where it's at. What do you want to do? Meanwhile, Ek, you turn, and when you do so, you look over and you see that this squirrel is standing on top of the shoulder of a dwarf, and the squirrel looks over and he kind of grabs the dwarf's face and goes. Like he's very confused. The squirrel doesn't know what's going on.
Is that the squirrel that told you about the giants?
Yes.
Right.
This is only the second time this morning that I've been called riffraff, so I think I'll hold this shape for a bit.
How long can you hold that shape?
It looks like all day because it's a Fearbolg thing.
Perfect.
Racial trait.
All right. So now that you've dealt with your weird neighbor, he's stormed back to the house. You have this trail that continues on into the autumnal forest. I take it you're going to follow it.
That's correct.
Give me a survival roll. Somebody give me a survival roll.
That ain't me.
Not a good one this time. Only 9.
What is it?
9.
All right. You travel forward into the woods. The woods quickly. You cross the road back again over the Tribor Trail, and deep into the woods. The woods quickly go from sparse trees that are spotted and slowly become more and more thick. It takes very little time before you find yourself walking on old leaves and inside of this autumnal forest. As you do, you are following this kind of trail, this burnt trail through the woods. The trail kind of gets, you see it kind of conveniently weaving around where the least resistance is. You don't think they're like plowing through trees. They're kind of like weaving in and out of open areas, as there are big areas or swaths where there's just no trees in this area and big clumps everywhere else. It is still dark out, and so being dark, you see that the trees around you create heavy shadows. You walk out, looking around. Give me perception rolls from both of you.
$17.
What do you get, Lar?
Perception. 15.
All right. As you walk through this sort of opening area, following the swath of where the trail takes you, it sort of dissipates and gets wide, and they begin scattering in and out. And you think what was once one becomes many. You're seeing 3 or 4 different trails interweaving in and out. It doesn't seem like this is just one creature. This may be several creatures. You emerge into somewhat of a clearing and lose track of these crisscrossing patterns all around you. Looking around, give me another perception roll.
I will also take the time to put detect magic up.
All right.
Yeah, I got a 7.
All right. What did you get, Lara?
I got a natural 20, 25.
All right. As Lara moves, give me the marching order. Who's first? Who's second? You decide.
I think Ek would be in front.
All right. Ek, as you wander through these woods, your eyes searching inside of the dark woods. Everything is kind of a glow in this kind of bluish night still, and so everything has this kind of dark glow about it still. It's difficult to see, but you do have your goggles of the night on, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would have put mine.
Yeah, you have magical goggles that allow you to see in the dark. So you're looking around with them, as it were. As you wander through the woods, you are unaware, however Lyre is, of the evil that waits to the north and to the south of you. As the battle commences, as the rise of these spider-like creatures leap from the north and from the south, coming at you, Echankar, were looking ahead and didn't see them coming, but Lyre was. Let's roll initiative for everybody. I'll put you on the map. I'll put you on the map. We'll roll for initiative, and then I'll reveal what's happening. Echankar, you'll go ahead and roll initiative. You're just going to skip the first round.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right. Let me bring the map up.
Yeah.
All right. As you wander into this opening, you can see to the north and the south there is these heavy woods cloaked. Now they are probably more yellow during the day, but it's still that nighttime glow, and it's difficult to see. When from the north, you see several of these creatures, these giant spider-like creatures, emerge suddenly from the woods. They come flying out one by one. This one comes in 15, 20, 25. It runs out to here. Echankar, you see it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They do their first movements, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They run out to here. This one is going to make an attack on you. As it does, you see these spiders are bristling with spider hair, but in between the hairs at the roots are burning embers of fire. Their eyes are where they're supposed to have 8 little sockets of eyes. They have 8 little orbs of fire, and their little mouths are bellowing with a cinder inside as they run.
Oh yeah.
Their trail.
I recognize these.
Their trail. They look very similar to the ones you faced before. However, remember we're using squares, by the way, if you're doing area effects. Remember that before they were tiny, but these creatures are large and they come flying forward. But Echankar, they don't look demonic.
Okay.
Yeah. As they fly forward, the first one comes and runs to attack you. It rolls an 18.
That's a miss.
Comes and goes, your shield down, glancing off the side. In the meantime, this one right here, it decides that it's going to, it rears up its legs and it spins around and opens up an orifice in its back and spews out a 15-foot arc of looks like lava jetting right toward you. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh, nat 1, that's 4.
You rolled a nat 1.
Nat 1.
You are going to be hit for 7 points of fire damage as it spews on you. Ooh. This one, too far away to do anything like that. 5, 10, 15. It runs to here, 20. And it's going to take an action. Let me look and see what their actions are so I make sure I get them right. He just moves this round. And this one as well, because he can only move. He moves to there. Lyre, you see these creatures come flying out. One of them lunging at Echankar. Even his reaction, he gets hit. The second one spews and arches out of his orifice. This back end is almost like how a spider would normally shoot its web out. He shoots out this arc of looks like lava that kind of hits before him and cinders the ground below you. What are you going to do, Lyre?
Okay, I will start by...
I'll try to zoom in the map a little bit.
Yeah, let me see here. I'm trying to figure out where it would be... Okay.
Yeah, this is why we do this, so we get a chance to, exercise your character and know what you can do.
Yeah. So let me broadcast others here. Okay, so what I want to do is I think about right here we'll do it. I center the point back there. I want
Okay.
to make a 20-foot. I cast Wall of Water to kind of push
Wall?
them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. Describe to me what
encircle
Wall
us.
of Water does.
So Wall of Water, I will conjure up a giant wall of water granite. So like, just water starts to seep from plants and stuff in a weirdly voluminous way, and it bursts up, surrounding us in a 20-foot circle.
All right. And so in our game we use squares. So a 20.
Yeah,
so
so
is a 20-foot
20-foot
diameter or
square.
20-foot radius?
20-foot diameter, 20
Ooh.
foot high, 1 foot
20
thick.
foot
Wow.
all around you. And how long does it stay?
This will go up to 10 minutes. It's concentration.
So you guys are enveloped in a wall of water.
Yes, and so that means that any ranged weapon attack that enters the wall has disadvantage. Fire damage that passes through is halved.
Nice.
And spells that deal cold
Nice.
damage can freeze chunks of the wall solid.
Okay, so they get pushed back.
Like that. Well, if it's not on
Yeah.
top of them, they're not going to get pushed back, right?
It doesn't seem like this one pushes them back. It's just
Okay.
difficult terrain.
Okay,
Perfect.
so
But also
now you're
negates a
standing
lot
at the
of the
edge of
fire
this.
stuff.
So you're basically in a stopping thing. What if you're? So it's difficult terrain for you and Echankar and Lyra right now.
Yeah, to pass. Well,
To pass through.
it's just the line should be the difficult terrain. So inside should be fine, and outside.
Okay,
is fine.
so it's just a wall, like a is it a 5 foot thick or is it just like 1 foot thick?
1 foot thick.
Okay, so it's just the line, and
Okay.
you guys are like inside of a volume of water. That is cool. I
Yeah.
love that. So
That
you
is so cool.
So Echankar, you see this thing come up, and right below your feet, all of the moisture from the ground, all these leaves that are covered with moisture that kind of been sticking to your feet as you were walking, they all
Yeah.
sort of dry up for a moment, and you see the nature itself collecting water, and it spews out in this shield of water. Just as you carry a shield in your hand, the power of
Yeah.
Ilmater, the shield of Laru is nature itself. It envelops you in this shield of pure nature. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've
you're
never
gonna
seen
do?
anything like that.
Yeah,
Take my bonus action and put Shillelagh on my staff.
you're going to do what? I
Heck
apologize.
yeah, man.
What are you going to do to your staff?
I cast Shillelagh on it.
Okay. Awesome. That is cool. They're both of those aren't considered level spells, right? You didn't do 2 level spells.
Nope. Shillelagh's cantrip.
Got it. Cool. That is awesome. I just got to be. I sometimes confuse what is a cantrip and what's not. Echankar still frozen. When that happens, you see from the south what you thought was a mere 4 creatures is 8.
Oh gosh.
These creatures emerge from the darkness. They come flying out. This one here moving. It moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. Can't quite get to you yet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They come charging forward. 15, 20, 25, 30. That's their move action. This one here turns, Liar. It's going to spew its arc at you, trying to hit you through the water with its lava type of jet. Give me a dexterity savings throw.
Yeah.
This is for Lyra.
Yep.
7.
All right. You will take full damage, but then half the damage because it passes through the water. You are going to take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And give me a concentration check. Its DC is 10, I believe, because you. What did you get?
That's just a con save, right?
Yeah. I'll double check on what it's. I don't think you get your Constitution bonus to it. Let's take a quick look on that to make sure I understand how concentration works. D&D 5e. It's been a minute since I've done it. Requires when you take damage. When you take damage, you make a Constitution savings throw with a DC of 10. Got it. That is what it is. Thank you for humoring me. So yes, you make. Cool. So Constitution savings throw of 16. You make it. No problem. The second one, this one here. This is already done. This one here is going to. It's already can't 5, 10 too far away. So it instead moves to. It's gonna move to here, up here like this. These two.
With a dash.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. They seem to be moving around. You seem to think that these creatures are not what you consider intelligent, but they are not just purely animal intelligence either. Their intelligence might be somewhere less than a human, but more than, say, a regular spider would be.
Interesting.
That is their move. That brings us back to blue. The second group gets to go. This one here. What happens when I pass through the wall?
It's just difficult terrain.
All right. It passes through the wall to here, and I believe it's still considered flanking with Ek.
It should be.
I gotta imagine it is.
Yeah, you don't have it. Yeah. Ooh, I rolled a 19, and I have to see what they get for a bonus. I think they're gonna hit.
Probably for the 19.
Yes, they get a +6, so they're gonna hit a 25. When he strikes into you, he bites into you. I need to roll pretty high to hit you, but when I do, these things do some serious damage. Their heavy piercers strike into you, doing 8 points of piercing damage. But once they do, lava leaks down there. Instead, where they normally would have poison, they have lava. It seeps into you, doing 5 points of fire damage. Give me a DC 14 dexterity save, please.
All right. So the initial damage of the piercing is down to 5 because of my heavy armor master. And what you need what saving throw?
I need a dexterity 14 savings throw, please.
Ooh, yeah, I'm not good at these. 11.
11. All right. You didn't make it. When that happens, your armor, when it pulls out, the lava seeping all over your arm, your clothing catches on fire.
Ah, jeez.
That is going to cause you 3 more fire damage. At the end of every round, you need to make me a DC 14 dexterity save, or take 1d6 damage every round until you put it out.
Walk through the water wall.
You can do that.
Would that put it out?
It would. Yeah, it would.
Oh heck yeah, dude!
But I'm just telling you what happens, right? This is the cool thing about your character. This is why we do this. This is super fun. I love this part. But you do take that. All right.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Got that.
Yeah. This one here is going to move to here, and he's going to attack you, Ek, through the fire. He's just going to try to bite you. It doesn't give him any shield or anything, just difficult terrain, right? So that he's going to try to bite you. He's going to hit armor class 20.
That's a miss.
Nice. Tink! Goes off your shield. Yeah, heavily armored that you are. This one here is going to run 5. It moves to here and tries to attack you, Ek. Misses completely. I think I did all of them. I think this guy already did an attack. I don't recall. I think not. I think I moved to here, and he's going to attack Lyra.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Don't recall if he did or not. I apologize if I attacked.
I don't think he did.
He's going to miss you, though. All right. That brings the blue turn up. Lyra, you see these creatures, all these spider creatures. They're as big as dogs. They have these fangs, and where they're mostly translucent, you see glowing embers of burning lava within their actual fangs. Their bristly hairs, at the base of all their bristly hairs, you see lava seeping all around them. These might be elemental creatures. What are you going to do?
Fascinating. Okay. I will, for this turn, I can maintain concentration. That's good. And I will cast Fire Shield. Only it's going to be the Chill Shield. So that I gain resistance to fire damage. And
is that a concentration spell you're casting?
It's not.
Okay.
It's just a 10-minute buff.
So you cast a non-concentration shield spell along with your continued concentration on the wall of water. Awesome.
Yes.
That's cool.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action and transform into a giant goose.
A giant goose? What?
A giant goose.
Excuse me?
I turn into a giant goose.
I don't have a goose token for you right yet, but I'm gonna turn you to pink. As you see next to you, this once big blue dwarf, giant, which is now a short dwarf, become a somewhat giant again. Goose.
He's actually
how big are you?
Really big. He's let's see. He's large. That's fine.
Yep. So you see
2 by 2.
He becomes large. He's a giant.
Honk.
You don't know what. You see this giant goose next to you, and you're like, "What is going on?"
I turn back. I'm like, we're all gonna die. What? Like, excuse me.
This goose, and you see this goose covered in this glowing blue aura, like all over him, as his cold shield all around him. You see the points where the cold shield hits the water next to him. The water freezes for a brief second. You see little shards of glass, ice going up.
And I fly up 10 feet.
All right, you see him go. When you do so, that's going to provoke attacks of opportunity, so you know.
Oh, I'll just stay put then.
Okay,
That's
so you're going to
fine.
stay on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, you do that. All right.
Oh my god.
This is crazy. I love it. All right.
Giant goose.
The giant
I love
goose
it.
goes, Echankar, finally, after gathering your wits. And you see these creatures, they're just moving so fast around you. Walls are coming up, shield barriers happening.
A lot of different things happened in the last.
Verbogues coming towards that turning into goose. Who knows how many more creatures he's going to turn into?
It's been
Yeah.
12 seconds.
Echankar is gonna need some like weird therapy after this. There's a lot of things are happening right now. All right. To start off, we're gonna attack this one that's flanking me. So
All right, give him a check.
19 to hit.
All right, let me confirm their armor class, but I'm pretty sure you hit them, but I'll just get it for future use. Yes, you did hit them.
All right, that's
how much damage
I'm
do you do to them?
12 points of damage.
All right. All right.
Okay, and he will attack that one again.
You said this one, I said, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, the one on top there.
Thank you. Yep. You hit him. When you strike into him, there you can see where you release it, little parts of bubbling of heat just kind of bubble out.
Oof.
All right, what else you gonna do?
Second attack on him. 15 to hit.
It does also hit him.
Ooh, all right, another 10 points damage.
Nice.
So 22 overall.
Boom. You hit it. It's kind of shifting.
Oh man.
All right.
I was hoping I didn't need to smite these guys, but yeah, I might need to.
All right. I concur. Anything else you're gonna do? You made your 2 attacks.
No, that's about all I want to do right now.
Okay. Yellow. Please. So you're all done. Okay. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. 14.
You made it. You are no longer on fire, and you take no damage.
Oh, thank God.
All right. Perfect. All right. It is now Yellow's turn. This one here seems to be unimpressed with the fact that he must now face off against the goose of destruction. It moves forward. It starts its beaks lunge. It's 2 fangs lunging back at your big giant webbed feet. It makes its attack on you. Ooh! I rolled a 22 to hit you.
That will hit. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Unfortunately, what is your goose's armor class right now?
Goose's armor class is 13.
Yeah.
Can I want to use my reaction and
Yep.
interpose myself
You
with my
can.
protection ability.
Perfect.
So it disadvantage.
A disadvantage. Awesome. Let me make my second attack on you. A 6 is 14. Still hits you though. Unfortunately,
Still
with the
beginning.
13 armor class,
It's okay.
that's not great. All right.
okay.
When he
That's
strikes
the point
into
of
you,
wild shaping, though. Get hit.
you're gonna take 3 points of piercing damage. Let me go back to my sheet to get you all the damage because they do a couple things. So you take 3 points of piercing damage. You're also gonna take 4 points of fire damage and give me a dexterity 14 savings throw.
You got it.
Dexterity 14.
Yeah.
11.
All right. You catch on fire. How does
How does that work with my chill shield? And is that for the half damage for the fire?
No, I did not give you half damage. So you take your half damage. It gives you
Okay,
half
so
damage
that's
to fire,
2.
right? Well,
Yes.
I would assume that you're going to continue taking half damage. You're going to be on fire, but you'll take half of that. Right?
That's fine. Yep.
Usually in D&D they try to go the simplest route, right? Which is
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so you are on fire, but you're going to continue to only take half damage from burning. All right.
Yes. And also, he's going to take 2d8 cold damage from me.
Okay.
for
2d8
attacking me.
cold damage. Awesome. Roll me the cold damage because does that per attack or is that
Should be per attack. I
okay?
think.
Give me the 2d8 cold damage, please.
Jeez.
8. Is that what you rolled?
8. Yep.
Yeah. It takes
Ain't
the
bad.
2d8 cold damage. It is not vulnerable to cold. It is not immune
Makes
to it.
sense.
It's basically just takes the cold damage. All right. That brings us, that's the first of the yellow attacks. This one here is going to attack Echankar flanked. Echankar, you're being attacked. He's going to miss you though.
Nice.
Even though he had an advantageous position behind you, it strikes out at you. You kind of shift your feet forward and just bites into the empty ground. But it lifts up. You see part of the ground just some of the leaves just flake away and burn. That brings us to these two here. They're crowding all around you here. This one's going to 5, 10, 15. It crosses through the water. Kind of shifts away the water and emerges on the other side to attack the lyre. Let's see, can it move 5, 15? It's going to do that. It's going to move to here to get flanking on lyre. It's going to hit armor class 20. Actually 22 because you flanked.
That is correct.
All right. He's going to do 4 points of piercing damage. And then he's going to do 4 points of fire, of which you only take half. 2. You are already on fire, right?
Yes.
So you can't be, you'll just continue to make your save. That's fine. This one is going to move to here. 5, 10, 20. They're just crowding you. They're just crowding the field. And Lyre, this is going to attack you, not with any bonuses or anything. It's just going to go straight up attack you. And it's going to miss. Well, he might, because you are armor class 13 now. I have to remember that. He hit you for armor class 15. That actually is going to hit. That's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. And for the fire damage, you're going to take 5, but half is 2. These creatures all around you, they're just crowding you. All you
We
see
are
is
surrounded.
legs and hair and fire all around you. The field behind you is all centered, all around you is turning to ash. There's fire and water. I mean, this is like real Wrath of God stuff going on right now.
Those guys that attacked me take 11 and 14 cold damage.
11 and 14. The 11, I believe there's this one and this one. I believe are the ones that hit you.
I believe so, yeah.
11 and 14. Thank you.
The 2 yellows.
Yeah, keep me honest. Thank you for telling me. And 14. All right, they both take that damage. They kind of writhe their, and as they move, you can see the lava just like flowing through their the joints. Just kind of, you can see it like in between the sockets, in between their areas. You see lava just kind of flowing through their body. These things, they are not demonic. They're not made of physical form in some way. They're almost like sort of reflections of spiders in fire form.
Interesting.
All right, that brings us to the blue ones. All right, who are the blue ones? Oh, look, they're all around Echankar. Who are they?
They love me.
Yeah. Keep me honest though. If I'm trying to keep the tracker, and I sometimes lose track of where I'm at. So yell at me if I do something wrong. All right, the first one, Echankar, the one on you is going to miss you. I believe your armor class is 21. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. The other one next to you does not get flanking. It's going to miss you. The other one, nope, that didn't hit you. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big AC.
Going all around you.
Yeah, baby.
Lyre, the one below, the one that's to the south of you here, this one here, revving up as you're completely surrounded. Your wall of water. That wall of water lasts for 1 minute, right? Double check.
Water is...
I think it's
Usually is. For those kind of spells.
He will hit you.
10 minutes, yeah.
10 minutes. All right, that wall of water lasts you 10 minutes. Wow. Yeah. That'd be great for the kids for the
Actually,
playground.
I've been hit a few times. I got to try some concentration zone.
Please remind me. So let's have you make 3 of them. How about that? So he's 21, 15, and 13. You made it. And you're going to be hit one more time, so go ahead and make it for this time. See if your concentration stays up. It does. You're 15 year old, so very good. Thanks for keeping me honest. I do forget sometimes to have concentration when all this stuff is going on and you have all these mini attacks. So I thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. All right, you're hit that one time. He's going to take 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points. Oof, they're getting tougher.
And 5, but half is 2 points of fire damage. You are still on fire, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fine. All right, and give me the damage for him because he's hitting into your cold shield.
11 points.
God
Nice.
dang. You got so many good spells.
Better be good. It's level 4 spell.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah. I mean, level 9 is really fun, right? It's got some cool stuff. For those of you who didn't see our last game, we had a blade singer in that game. So these guys are not making it difficult. They're going to make it very difficult for me as a GM to keep them entertained. But we'll do our best. Somehow, I think I'm going to manage. All right. So these spider creatures crawling all around. You have no idea what they're doing here. Why are they wandering through this forest? And right now, you're not too sure that you care because these things are trying to kill you. That goes from Blue to Lyre. Lyre, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, so I will use my action now that they've all gathered so nice and close to me.
Yes.
Oh, man.
First, telepathically, in your brain echo, you hear, "I'm so sorry about this, but you might want to cover your ears." Then he does a thunderous honk. The goose honks with ear-shattering volume. Each creature within 30 feet of the goose must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, or take 3d10 thunder damage.
All right, that includes you.
Half.
Yep. I'm okay at those.
All right, go ahead and make
You saved for half.
Yeah. Okay. I got 16. Okay.
All right. What's my save I need to make?
12.
12. All right, let me double check to see what my save is. Okay. My bonus to these guys. All right. So, and they take how much damage if I fail?
3d10. Let me roll that here.
Yeah, roll 3d10 and I'll just apply it to everybody. So,
no.
you rolled a 1, a 6, and a 1. Crap.
Ooh.
8. Do I take half damage on a save?
Yep, half damage on a save, and then you also, if you do fail it, you get the deafened condition.
Nice. So this one makes it. Going to this one here. It makes it. And that's going to take, it's only taking 4. Ugh. That's horrible.
It recharges. That's recharge. So
it's this one here. This one also made it. Oh, that one's pretty badly damaged, by the way. This one here, Echankar, you see this one? It's just in shambles.
Yeah.
Here has been untouched so far, untouched by nature, as it were. It fails though. So what happens if it fails? They're deafened.
They're deafened, and they take the 8 points.
Nice. So he's gonna be deafened, and I don't have a token for him for deafened. So you have to remind me that red means that they're deafened.
Okay.
Okay. So I only take 4, right?
Yes.
If you made the save, you take 4, right? And you're not deafened. That would be bad for
not deafened.
That would be.
He probably did cover his ears when I told.
You were like, cover your ears. I was like, ah.
You can't talk as a goose, right?
But I have telepathy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Telepathic.
See these characters? Okay. Oh, this one also failed. That brings us. This one here failed. Going around the room here. I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Failed. Oh, all the rest of these all failed. Nice.
All right.
Taking their 8. Oh, did that? It didn't. I have to remember to hit enter every time. Otherwise, it doesn't keep it, which is a little bit not my favorite.
And then as my my bonus action, I'm gonna burn a spell slot to heal. Let me just
You got it. Burn a spell slot to heal. What spell slot are you gonna burn?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right. What do you think?
1d8 per spell slot. Okay. So in that case,
What are you gonna burn? How many?
I'll burn a level 2 slot for 2.
All right. How many hit points do you get back?
9.
9. All right. Give me a dexterity save, please. A 14.
5.
All right. Ooh, you take a lot this time. You take 10, but half of that is 5.
So I'll just add 4 back to my health.
As you see, he's got all this ice shield, and then all of a sudden there's this fire around him just flumes up for a moment from his injury. You haven't killed one yet?
No.
Wow. This is intense. Nice. All right. You see that these creatures are all around you attacking. They're just enveloped by these spiders everywhere. Liar, are you done?
Yes, that's my turn.
Echankar.
I will telepathically speak to Echankar and say, you can ride me if you need to get out of here.
Or I can ride the giant goose. All right. It's an amazing visual.
It is.
Echankar and the giant goose.
It's just like we're playing nursery rhymes here. We got talking goose that are being ridden through the night, talking squirrels. I mean, all right,
fantastic.
This is what happens when you're bringing Druid in, I guess. All right, Echankar, what are you gonna do? These things are all around you.
All right, so the one above me, this one that looks hurt, I'll attack that one first.
Got it.
18 to hit.
That will hit.
That should be hit. Another 8 points of damage.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you and Liar to give me Dexterity 14 saving throws, please.
Oh no!
This time I got it.
Cameron got it. 21.
I got it as well.
All right. When you do so, when this creature erupts, you see that it literally bursts into a fireball, like a little, not a full fireball, but a exploding fireball, where everybody that's within 5 feet of it is going to be touched by the burning fire.
I'm sure it doesn't matter for the other spiders, though, right?
No, they actually are immune to fire.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's fair. It's a fair enough to ask that question. You see, it goes. When that happens, if you make the save, you get it. It's going to be same. It's the same as the other. You're going to take. It's going to be 8 points of fire damage, half if you made your save.
Okay.
So I take 4 then, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Well, is that one attack for you?
That's one attack. Then I will attack this one here.
All right.
Nope, that's a miss, I believe, with 13.
13 is, yes, their armor class is a little bit better than that.
Yep.
All right. Was that all you're going to do? Do you have anything else you're going to do?
That's all I got right now.
Got it. Unfazed, these elemental spider creatures continue their onslaught. This one here is going to move. I'll have it move down to here. Running forward to attack Echankar. They seem to have caught on to Lyre having the shield, and they think that Echankar might be a better attack subject, although they are still attacking Lyre, just less of them. Echankar, you're being attacked from the north and from the south, from either direction. The first one, he's definitely going to hit you. I rolled a 22.
Yep, that'll get me.
All right, he's going to do his piercers striking for 7 piercing damage, of which you take half, and 2 fire damage.
Okay.
And give me a dexterity saving throw of 14 to not catch on fire.
Come on, I can do it. No, 10.
10. So you're caught on fire. So yeah. So when you catch on fire, you'll take 2 more fire damage, and you continue to make the save every round. The second, the one below you, I rolled a 17 plus. Ooh, he's gonna hit you again.
Yeah.
The other one to the south of you, you take 5 piercing, of which you take 2, and you take 4 fire damage. You're already on fire, so don't worry about it. These 2 are also attacking you. Oh my word! I rolled a 19, 18, and a 19.
There we go.
You are hit for 7 more piercing. And 3 fire.
All right.
And the last one misses you. Liar, in goose form, your giant goose. Remind me that we need to get you a goose icon so we can make you a flip token. So this week, or before we start your next game, let's make sure we get some flip tokens for the the creatures you want to turn into. And that way you can flip your token, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll put them on there, which would be very cool. But I wasn't sure what you're going to turn into, so we're going to go with that. I know you could do the goose.
I have a few things.
Yeah. All right.
Goose
so that
special.
the one to the north of you is going to attack you. Oh my word! I rolled another 18. He's going to hit you. He will. Let's do one at a time here, so I can do its damage, and you can do damage to it. He's going to hit you for 1 piercing and 5 fire, of which will take half. This one, give me its damage.
The damage is.
Well, this will be for everybody's damage. Just roll once, and everybody will do that damage for this round.
2d8. 7.
7. Nice. Still standing though. The other 2 are going to attack you. If they get hit, they'll take the same 7. It'll just be easier. I missed you, and the other one. Oh, your armor class is 13, so he's going to hit you. That's having low. That's the problem with changing, right? Is your armor class isn't that great. But for 6 points of piercing and 2 points of fire, of which you take.
So what's the total for the round? Was
I
hit by the first one?
I didn't keep track. Did you? You didn't keep track?
I didn't get it in the calculator.
Okay, so let's just we'll do the other hit separate then. So we'll just re-roll. That's fine. I just re-rolled the same dice. I normally roll different dice for that reason, but I was kind of just going through the motion. So you take 6 points of piercing and 2 points of fire for this one, and I'll re-roll the other one because I don't remember. You're going to take 5 points of piercing and 2 points of fire from the other one, and give me the damage for that. And they already rolled at 7. Okay,
7. Yeah,
got it. How's your goose looking?
So I'm down to 19 now. She's a little hurt.
Well, your how many hit points does your goose get? Your goose has a separate hit point pool.
Yep, he got 60, but he's down to 19 of 60.
Oh, you put your thing up there. You did the 2 hit points for that. Awesome. That's cool. All right, boom. You hit hard. All right, that brings us.
Maybe I can do a second bar. That's a good idea.
All the yellows went, and I only have 3 blues now. Boom. The blues are going to go. This one here is going to attack. This one here is going to attack Echankar. They really like Echankar because he's not cold resistant.
Who doesn't?
But missed you. All right. That brings us to Lyre. What are you going to do, Lyre?
Oh, they all missed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, you have a higher armor class. Unfortunately, sometimes I roll like 19s and 18s, and that's just what happens.
I was going to say, I got lit up, and then...
So I'm going to roll a 17 for an attack. That's a natural 20. So that's
all right,
hit.
Go slow here. So what are you attacking?
So I have multi-attack as the goose.
Nice. Which one are you attacking
I'm gonna
first?
Go 1, then down the line 2 and 3.
So the first one you rolled a 17 to hit him?
Yep, 17.
Okay, give me the damage for that one. Let's go through it one at a time here.
That one's going to be 1 beak attack and 2 wing attacks. Okay, so that's a beak attack. It's going to be...
That's the big beak?
Yeah.
Big old beak.
This is 2d6 plus 2, so I'm just going to roll this. 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Points of damage.
Right, it gets hit. All right, this one here, how much damage do you do to it? Because you rolled a natural 20 on this one, right?
Yes, so that's going to be 1d10 plus 2 and then double.
No, it's going to be 12. Remember, we're going to do
12
we always
double,
do max damage plus your d10 roll. So it's 12 plus a d10. We
12
do
plus a
crunchy
d10?
crits. Yeah,
Okay.
it's crunchy
plus
crits.
d1.
I should put that in the house rules. I guess I should put that to the house rules.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So
Yeah.
plus 4. It's 12 plus 4. 16.
So yeah, it's gonna explode. It explodes. Boom. I need both Echankar and you to give me dexterity saving throws of 14.
16.
That one's in the water wall. I would think it'd be.
You'll automatically take half damage. But you can still get it. You can even take half of that again.
Oof. 5.
All right. So so it's 10, and through the water wall it gives you 5, and if you make it, you'll take 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll take 5 if you failed, 2 if you didn't.
It's good.
That water wall is awesome. I love it.
Cool. Honestly, Lear, you saved us with that thing.
Yep.
Let's see how long it goes. Also, I need to make 3 concentration checks, right?
Yep. Please do.
Ooh!
Uh-oh. It's gone.
The water wall is
There it
gone.
goes.
Yeah, it'll go away.
All right. The water
There
wall
it goes.
gone. The water just goes. And these creatures are almost twitching with pleasure. All right. All right, that brings us to Lyre. You just did your multiple attacks. These explosions happen, and you end up losing.
Oh, that was the second one. I need to attack one more with.
Okay, give me one more.
I hit
attack.
I hit a 14.
14 misses.
Misses. Okay.
These guys just barely missed. Maybe when you're kind of distracted because you're going through the water, and all of a sudden the water goes away, and you're kind of distracted for a moment as you attack that third one. All right, thanks for keeping me honest. I appreciate it. All right, cool. Surrounded by these creatures.
And then I'll healing word Echankar as a bonus action. Oh, no, I can't cast a spell as a wild shape. So.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got it.
All right, so you're good now? You're all done? Nice.
Yes.
All right, Lyre has gone. Echankar now surrounded by these, but no longer protected by the water. I believe you're also burning.
I am. I'm going to use my action and use lay on hands, and I'm going to use all of my lay on hands and raise my health back up to 69.
Nice.
And there's no like move equivalent of like trying to put the flame out or anything like that, right?
You could do that. You could take your action to put the flame out.
Okay, but I use it to lay on hands.
Right.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just do that, and I will stay right here.
All right, and then give me a dexterity save of 14. Basically, you are kind of hitting your arm, but this
crit 23.
Nice. You crit yourself. The fire and your that's dripping all around you that you're kind of put yourself out. You manage to slap it free and stop the flame.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Back in the fight.
Nice job. Completely healed up. Way to go. All right. That brings us to Yellow. I didn't realize these guys were going to be so tough for you guys, but that's awesome. I'm glad you guys had that shield, and I'm very excited for Lyre and Echankar both, because you guys both do awesome damage.
Yeah, we do. When we're doing
I'm on Yellow, so I'm gonna go start up on the top so I don't forget anybody. Having multiple characters, sometimes it's hard to remember what you did. So I'll start with this one. So going against the goose. Now you're not a goose anymore, or are you still a goose? You
still
are
a goose. Right. Got a little bit of goose left in me.
Got a little bit of goose.
Little goose-tarian.
Yeah, your hit points are getting low, but not too low. Having 60 hit points is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So that is natural 20. He hits
protection.
You.
I will use if I can. I'll use my reaction.
You haven't used your reaction yet, so you can use it.
I will use that.
He's going to hit you, but he did not crit you.
Not a crit. Nice.
Having a 13 armor
worth
class,
it.
That was awesome.
Need to do it.
Way to go, Protector. Way to go, Protector. Oh, but I hit you for literally maximum damage. 8 piercing damage and 6 fire damage.
And then he takes 11 or 14 points cold damage.
This one takes 14. Nice.
Yep.
He's gonna explode in a ball of fire, but it's not gonna hit Echankar. It's only gonna hit Lyre because it's only 5 feet, and you're not 5 feet within range. All right, give me a dexterity saving throw.
You got it, buddy.
Dexterity. 18.
Nice. Right. You take half of 7, which will be 3 of fire.
I take half again for my shield.
Yes, you do. You'll take half of that, which would be a 1. That energy shield is awesome. I love it. Cool. That is great. That is that first one. This one is going to go now.
5 points of health.
Yeah, 5. What is that? You have 5 points of health.
5 points of goose health. Yeah.
All right, this one's going to go. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Echankar, he really likes you.
He does. That's okay.
Oh, completely failed. Completely whiffed. The other one. This one here. He can't hear anything, but he doesn't need to hear it to attack you, and he will hit you.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 plus 6 is 22. Or 24, sorry. So he's going to hit you for 6 for piercing, which you take half, and 3 fire.
Okay.
And are you currently burning?
No.
No. So give me a dexterity. So give me a dexterity 13 save, please.
Okay. And okay, so I am at
Dexterity 14.
14. And I have been forgetting my aura 21, but because of my aura of devotion, it's actually a 25.
Nice. And if you want to give yourself an aura, you can do that to remind yourself. That's totally fine. Make your aura like blue or something so it doesn't confuse it with light. And remember to make them square.
Yeah, it's a permanent thing, so it's just like always 10 feet around me. Yeah.
That's cool. That's just it's hard to remember if you don't have the aura on, but if you remember,
exactly.
I'm fine
I'll
with it.
Put it
That's
on now.
Totally fine for you. All right. That one missed or did your stuff, but you're not burning, which is good. This is why we do these practice sessions. So if you kind of forget things, you're kind of reminding yourself of what your character has or what it can do. And the other one is going to 13 plus 6 is 19 armor class against Liar, and actually 21 since he has you flanked. He's going to hit you, and then he's going to probably die. He's going to 8 points of piercing and 2 points of fire.
And
how much damage?
Form.
What's that?
I dropped my goose form. Let's see. So he'll take 3.
Ooh. You are no longer goosed up. You are
8 piercing and what?
He did 8 piercing and 2 fire damage to you. Oh, I see. You used the blue one, the blue scale for your other hit points. That's a great idea. I love that. All right, and then you does some of that carry over?
A little bit. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Does he get the aura, the fire from you from your cold? You do cold damage to it?
Yes.
All right, so go ahead. And how much cold damage do you do?
9 points.
9. He's also going to explode, which is going to force you to take another savings throw.
Nasty little buggers. I will not make that.
You fail?
Yep, I fail.
All right, okay. You're going to take 9 points of fire damage, half of which is 4. Ek, is that going to be your shield? That is
essentially my aura. It's
aura?
Like 10 feet around me.
Did you want to give yourself an aura on your character? So what we can do is we can put 10 feet on the aura like this.
You can change
and then we'll just change it to like this light blue, and then we have it like that.
Yeah,
it's 10 feet.
Perfect.
And the auras.
That's a constant thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I only need you to put it on when you think you might forget or whatever.
Yep.
That'll just you can, if you feel like you keep forgetting, we'll put it on, and if you feel like you got it, we won't, just for simplicity's sake. But it's there for now, just to remind everybody. The great thing about auras is that they're underneath your tokens, so you can see them a little easily. All right, cool. I believe all of yellow has gone. Bringing back blue. I kind of wish they would interlace a little better, but that's how initiatives work sometimes. Ek, you are burning now, or no, you're not. You made your save.
I am still burning.
Oh, you are, okay. These two are attacking you. Those two are going to attack you. Neither of them have flanking, though. So unless Liar, you want to go decidedly team up with team Elemental Spider.
I guess heat metal on Echankar.
I'll bet. You know when a fight is lost.
All right, Echankar, you are hit badly, deeply by this creature.
Oh no!
Fangs hit you. When they strike into you, the first one is going to do 10 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And 10 points of fire damage.
Oh my!
As he critically hits you. You want to hit your camera because you're really blurry right now.
Oh sure. Hold on.
Wake up, autofocus.
There you go.
There you go.
Autofocus did a number on me last game. The first 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes of the game, I was just slightly out of focus. I was like, what the heck was wrong? Anyway.
All right, so 46, and then big ol' hit. Jeez.
This thing just digs into you, and you are still burning right now, so you don't have to make that save. All right, that brings us. These things are just swarming all over you. You see, you're in a field of a drenched field of burnt. It's all cinders and water. as the elemental battle continues. A liar, what are you gonna do now? Back into your furball. Are you still furball? Or are you gonna go back into a dwarf?
Back into a dwarf still for now.
I have to check on change stuff. I don't remember how that spell works exactly, but that's pretty funny.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to. I will lift my spear.
You actually are not, because is it alter self, right?
It's disguise self.
Disguise self. Okay, and that's because you are a furbolg, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just double checking to see what it does, because where it's our first game, and it is just lasts 1 hour. Yes. Thanks for reminding me. All right, what are you going to do?
There's a special version of it that lasts a whole day for the Fearbolg.
Okay, I'll take a look at the Furbolg in a minute. Sounds great. Thanks for reminding me. This is why we play the game, so I can learn all these stuff about you without having to. All right, you are now in dwarf form. What are you going to do, my little dwarven friend? You're going to create some posters?
I'm going to create a really big storm cloud overhead. I'm going to call some lightning down. So I lift my spear into the air.
You take out your cell phone.
Can I get some lightning? I'd like 2 lightnings, please.
I'm sorry. The cloud you're trying to connect to has been disconnected. Maybe your sister's using the internet in the 80s. All right.
You just got to reset the route. It's going to be fun.
All right. You cast that spell. That allows you, I believe, to target one. Is it 10-foot area?
It's a 10-foot. It's anywhere within a 60-foot sphere, and then anything 5 feet within a point I choose under that 60-foot area, so a square.
So it's basically a 10-foot square, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little blast. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Why don't you just kind of point to the 4?
I'll heal you up. It's fine. Just get these 3, and then Echankar's gonna have 2 as well.
We're gonna have to have a conversation after this.
I mean, to be fair, here's
dire straits.
to be fair, he doesn't really know you. I mean, you're more.
We met like a day ago, right?
Yeah, you're more like a.
You seem like a competent fighter. I'll patch you up. It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
I have good berries.
All right, what's my savings throw?
All right, your saving throw is 17. Wisdom, I believe, or no, Dex.
Oh my God, I made it for all of them.
Really?
Wow. Is it
did.
Wisdom or Dex? Because one
Wisdom. I don't have much of a wisdom.
No, it is a dexterity saving. So.
Oh, dexterity. I still may have made it though. Let me check.
All right,
I think
17?
actually I got a better dexterity. Hold on.
That's a 6.
I made it. I still made it, all of them, because our dexterity is better. My wisdom is 0. My dexterity is higher. All right. How much damage do you do?
So 25, save for half.
What is it?
All right.
25, save for half.
25, save for half. So I'm going to take 12. All right. This one is going to explode. So I'm going to mark what X is going to go around.
With lightning, and they all blow up on you.
Ek is just like, oh my God. He's just like shaking.
I can't double cast leveled spells in a turn, so I'll heal you later, but you'll be fine.
Oh no, he's fine with it.
All right, this one explodes. I need Lyre and Echankar to both give me dexterity 14 savings throws as this thing explodes into fire.
No, I got a 13.
My character sheet's loading again. Hold on.
What do you get?
Dexterity. 6.
You rolled a
You got
6.
10.
Okay, you're both gonna take 8 points of fire damage as this thing explodes.
All right. Ek is down to 13 hit points.
All right.
Teamwork. We're making the dream work.
I was really hoping you'd make that save.
Well, they all did though. The funny thing is they all did.
All of them did. Yeah.
Every one of them.
I'm still getting kills though.
Every one of them.
No, your
KD's
great.
Oh.
I can't believe all 3 of them made it. That's kind of unprecedented. That's amazing.
Oh, it's
if
incredible.
I finish off Ek, do I get to go right to level 10?
Yes.
Honestly, yeah.
Nice.
You also get my house.
Sweet.
Yeah, you just got to take out the residents. All right, Lyre, are you done now? You did your call lightning.
Yeah. I think I'll call it done for now.
You sure you don't want to just stab Ek in the chest a couple times? All right.
You can just slit
Echankar,
my
it is your
throat.
turn. You are burning, I believe.
I'm burning. I'm electrocuted. You're
a little wet.
Feeling great.
You're a little wet. If we were Baldur's Gate rules, that electrocution would have done double damage because you were wet.
It's true. Ek would be dead.
All right.
I'll attack this one up here. That is a miss. You will attack again.
This one here, yep, great one.
And that is a nat 1.
Oh, no. Oh.
Brave hero Echankar is really not feeling
Down
it
to
today.
13 hit points. Oh, my goodness. Yikes.
Yeah. No, that is his turn.
Echankar, move away. Move away, Echankar. I think you can deflect a couple of attacks of opportunity.
I think
gotta get out of there.
All right. I think Lear transferred me Finis's rolling style.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Finis was Cameron's character in your previous game, who was notorious for rolling under 10 almost every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost every time.
So, Echankar, now that you are the new Finis, what are you going to do? You've made your 2 attacks. Anything else?
No.
Move away.
Cry.
I have more lightning. You need to get out of the way.
I you know what? If you're gonna if you mention that, oh god, yeah, I am going to try to do a little 5-foot step over here. Get out of the way.
All right. You move out of the way. I believe it provokes an attack of opportunity in D&D.
Yep.
So the 2 of them, you were in. I believe you're in this square right here, right? The 2 of them
I was right here.
Gonna take a bite at you. Your armor class is pretty high though.
It is.
I missed you both times.
Oh, thank God.
So I don't know how you survived, but you did.
Ekankar's crying.
But now they get to go, so let the tears flow. It's about to get rough.
All right.
Yeah.
That was Echankar. Oh, but Yellow gets to go first.
Oh God.
That's hilarious. All right, I gotta move the dead ones out of the way because I'm looking at dead and alive and it's confusing me. There we go. All right. There's not a lot left, thankfully. This one here.
Lear, please stop hurting me.
I'm gonna give it a roll here. Yep, it did. They're not quite animal intelligence, but they're not high wisdom or intelligence. So this one is gonna run to here. It runs around the corner like that, and it's going to attack. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Echankar, of course.
Yes, please.
It attacks Echankar. Well, your armor class is much higher, which is actually.
He's glutton for punishment.
And I miss. He misses you. And now on to the blues, the 2 blues that are left. This one runs forward to here. It's going to attack Lyre, but it actually gets +2 to hit you.
I will use my reaction to disadvantage.
To give him disadvantage? All right.
Yeah.
Good, because my second roll was a 20, and my first one was a 16, and I got to add 6 to that, which gives me 22 armor class. So it could have been a critical, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Once again, good shot. You are just simply hit. That's going to be for 4 piercing and 4 fire.
Then he'll take cold damage.
Oh, thank you. And how much cold damage do I take?
11.
11 will cause it to burst into flames. Boo! I need both of you to give me dexterity 14 savings throws.
I made it.
You both take
I'm
half.
taking 1
The total is 8. You can take half of that.
8, 4, 2. Okay.
As this thing explodes into a little fireball. All right. That's fantastic.
Man.
That's great. All right. That brings us to Lyre just went. Are you doing anything else? That was Yellow, right? Who just went? I gotta remember who's gone here. Oh, blues are all gone.
I think blue just attacked me and blew up.
Yeah, the
reason why
the
is
second blue.
Yeah, the reason
Still
why is
needs to
because that's right. So this guy did not attack you, right?
Spiders are at both the bottom and top of the round, so it makes them seem together.
Yeah, that was my problem.
Yeah.
I'm actually okay. I see what's going on. So this guy still gets to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping me honest here. Yep. I will move. Let's see how smart he is. I'm gonna give him a chance here. No, I rolled terribly, so he just runs forward here, and he's going to attack Echankar, but he's not flanking. Not quite that intelligent. And I rolled a natural 1. Worst attack I could have did.
Finally.
All right, that is Liar. Liar, it's your turn.
I don't have multi-attacks in my base form, so I'm just going to go ahead and call lightning down right behind this spider, blow him up.
Are you sure you don't want to do it on top of Ek?
I mean...
Just to be safe.
Check this time.
I failed my savings throw, because I believe you said it was 17, right?
Yes.
Yes, I failed my savings throw. How much damage do you do to this thing?
Give you that damage. 26 points.
26 points of damage.
There we go.
I need to tell you that Liar and Ek need each make dexterity savings.
Okay, yeah.
You made it!
Yeah, 28. Yeah.
I rolled
28 or 18, excuse me.
I rolled 2 1s, which means you take 2 points or half of 2 points, which is hilarious.
I'll take 1 point.
I'll take that 1 point. Oh my god.
All right, and Echankar, it is your turn.
All right.
Squash the spider, Echankar.
I will. I'll smack Lear. No, I'll attack the spider.
You gotta attack the spider. Okay, attack the spider.
Yeah. Here we go. Come on. 23 to hit. I
That
will
hits.
divine smite.
You're gonna smite him?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a second level spell slot. Why not?
You're going to? Go for it. How much damage do you do?
All right, so a total of oh geez, okay, 31 damage.
That is a lot of damage. You do actually do, and with your hammer, to remind everybody at home, your hammer does an additional 1d8 on a smite because you have the the hammer of Helm, striking into it. You hit this thing so hard, it almost evaporates into a cloud of just liquidy ash. It just turns liquid and ash at the same time. Just, but unfortunately, when it does it, it explodes out in a fireball. Both of you to make a saving throw.
All right, here we go. Come on.
Down you.
21. No, 20. Yeah, 25. 25.
All right, Cameron, what'd you get?
Wait, what's your bonus from that?
+4.
I just make it.
14. You take half of 4. So take 2.
Oh god.
I'll take 1 because of my ice shield. 35.
All right.
Ek is standing there wobbling at 6 hit points, and he looks up at Lear's like, "That was awful."
He turns around. He's like, "Oh dear God, Ek, I'm so sorry. I thought you could dodge better in that super heavy armor." So
he's just breathing heavy.
I'm gonna go ahead and dump a couple of healing words on you.
All right. You don't have any just healing spells? That might be fat. Maybe more. You don't have healing. You just have healing word.
I could cast healing spells on myself.
I'm gonna give you a couple anyway.
All right. Go. He feels bad, I think, because he just lightning your ass.
Yeah. He's
like he deafens you, turns you to
it's like 11
lightning
points
on
of
you.
healing.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm feeling great now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I start working on making some good berries for you.
All right, you're gonna drop all of your storm spell. I think. How long does it last for?
I'll drop that. That's fine.
Okay.
I think it's just a minute anyway.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just asking because I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh Jesus! I rolled garbage.
For healing?
Oh,
How
for
much healing did
on
you do
myself?
yourself?
I only did 5 points of healing for myself for a second level spell slot of cure wounds.
Oh no!
Oh.
That is terrible. That is.
That's not great. All right.
To load anymore.
That is. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Listen, Lear, I know we're new to being partners, but normally you don't try to lightning your friends.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was really aiming for the spiders, I swear.
No, I get it. I get it.
Sometimes that spell's a bit bigger than I anticipate.
He pulls off some singed hair. He's like, I understand.
All right.
God.
As you
Did you get the extra
guys sit
11
here,
points from me?
do you guys want to cast any more healing spells on yourself? You heal up
I'm
at all?
gonna, yeah, I need to.
Yeah, I'm trying to. My character sheet's not cooperating very much. So.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's take a brief break for a second. Get your character sheet fixed up, and then we'll come back.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
I'm
All right,
ready to go as well.
Roll 20 has been reloaded, and we are ready to continue. What Echankar, what are you going to do?
He's casting spells on himself, but he reaches into his pack, and he pulls out this little cup.
Okay.
And he puts some water in it, and some people will remember this is that healing cup that we got towards the end, and it's
nice.
44 plus 4 healing.
Timora's cup.
Timora's cup. Okay, so another 16 points of healing.
You take water, you put it in the cup, and you drink it. When you see the gold edge that wraps around the edge of the cup fades.
And he drinks it, and he feels so much better.
Yes.
At this point, Lear he's conjuring up some good berries, and he's handing you just like as many as you'll take.
I forget. Does that charge on a 6? Does that charge on a D6 or D5 and 6? I don't remember. I can go look it up. It won't charge till tomorrow morning anyway. So.
Yeah, no, I think it needs to be like a long rest or something before I can use that thing again.
What happens is is a recharge every day. You roll a D6, and I think if you roll a 5 or 6, it's recharged. So I have to go double check. But and if you roll a 5 or 6, it recharges. That's what you know. Okay, I'll double check for the beginning of session 1, so you know that, because you won't long rest before this. We're wrapped up for the night.
Yeah.
So.
I have a nice little glass of tea. I eat some berries. How many good berries?
You can take up to 10 points of healing if you want.
I am downing at least 5 berries because you also need some berries.
I'll take 5 berries.
Yeah, we'll split around.
Yeah, split the berries.
We're all friends here.
Are you?
For now. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, by the way,
I just met this guy.
You haven't asked him who's going to vote for Lord Protectorate. Or Lord Protector.
It's true.
It could be an awkward conversation. Okay.
We'll keep politics till later. Let's continue on.
All right. Well, oh God, that was hilarious.
I'm for keeping the ruffians out myself. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Okay, you're going to move forward down the path. You've seen that these creatures have moved in here, and it crisscrosses the area, crisscrosses here and there with all of these creatures that crisscross. But you see beyond this area, it does not seem like, just past here, it does not seem like it's very burnt past there. However, you do hear a muffled voice from beyond your sight at this point. What are you going to do?
Approach carefully.
Yeah, is there a way to like pinpoint where the voice is coming from?
Give me a perception roll.
18.
All right. You think that this voice, if I can get in the map here, is just beyond this darkness by about 15 to 20 feet. You're kind of it's still dark out at night, and you're sort of, have your dark vision out. 20, 30, 40, 50. That's about 60 feet. Sometimes, I will say as a DM, sometimes with just the maps, I get a little vague on 60 feet. It's 60-ish feet, you know. But,
okay.
Yeah,
so,
what are you guys going to do? You going to move forward?
Yeah, I'll be like, Leon, stay behind me. And I'll move like up to here. And be like, Leon, like stay like right behind me and be like,
all right,
show yourself.
Moving the map, I will reveal the area to show that there is more woods there. Uh-oh. And Lear, I've got you on the very edge of the map now. However, these woods, you see 3 goblins standing there. They are circling around a specific spot and they are staring down. One of them carries a gem of some sort, and he's holding the gem over the ground, and the other two are gibbering to each other in Goblinoid. Does either of you know Goblin?
Nope.
Don't know Goblin.
Lear, you don't know Goblin?
If only
Sure,
Blart was
Let
here.
me see.
All right, let me. I'll put them on the map so you can see
Druidic and
them.
Dwarvish.
Put them on the map so you can see them. They seem to be talking to each other in Goblin. And let me see. Neither of you are hiding, right?
No.
No, I even yelled out like, "Show yourself!" Yeah.
You think that the loud crackling of thunder coming from the sky probably caught their attention. So as you circle, they look up. This one here staring at you, and he squawks out something in Goblin. You see that this one here, if I get that on the map here, this one here squawks out in Goblin. This one here immediately takes off into the dark.
Don't like that.
And the two of them look at you. Roll for initiative. I rolled really well.
Listen,
right.
Lear, I don't know if we're making it out of this one.
All right.
Should I evacuate us with loose form?
All right.
Please.
As you come around the corner, you see this one here. He stares at you. He's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to 5, 10, 15. He's going to move to there, 15 feet. And then, 10, 20, 30. I think I can do this. Let me check on this spell so I do not give you the wrong outcome. It is 60 feet. So I believe that is within 60 feet of you. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Not quite. He's going to have to move farther. Shoot. That's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to have to move all the way to here. That's all right. Echankar, give me a savings throw. The savings throw you are going to give me is, I believe, a wisdom savings throw. This should be pretty good for you.
Yeah, I'm not bad at those. That'll be a 30.
Let me check. You make it. Your muscles begin to tense up for a moment, almost as if he was trying to hold you magically. But the hold that you tried to do did not help. This one here the other one has a spear. He runs forward 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. He's going to try to launch a spear at you, Echankar, but he's going to do it with disadvantage because it is quite far away. And he misses you. That brings us to Lyre. Lyre, what are you going to do?
What are they wearing?
They seem to be wearing leather armor of some sort. This one's wielding a spear. This one is they're both wielding spears technically. Yes.
Okay.
This one is throwing spears. This one seems to be holding his spear.
Okay.
I'll move the map a little bit and bring the tracker over so we are in everyone's way so I can see. I think last episode the map was a little farther away, but there was a lot of creatures and a lot of space. So,
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I'll move slightly forward, staying within Echankar's nice little field there.
All right.
And then I will just... I don't like it when people throw spears at me.
I mean, it's not like they're voting against your friend or something, but hey.
Let's see. Technically, I still have my cold shield on too.
How long does your cold shield last?
10 minutes.
You were casting a lot of spells and those type of things. So tell you what, I'll let you roll a d20, and if you get a higher than a 5, it's still going. How about we say that? You get it. Oh, it's still going. You rolled a 13. I didn't keep track of time, so we're going to say it's still
a little bit more. Just a tiny bit here. Okay, let's see. In that case,
what are you going to do?
I'm just going to throw an ice knife out at him.
All right, casting an ice knife. How far is the distance of an ice knife? 10, 20. You're about 35 feet away.
You got 60 feet
60
on that.
feet.
Yep, go for it. Attack. Which one are you doing? The first one here or the second one? I'll bring the
First
nameplates
one,
up so
yeah.
you can see them. Because I think that... let's see everybody. Yeah. And that way you can see which one is which. Might be a little easier to target. I'm going to try to remember.
Big
to do
Mort.
that. All right.
Figmort of the Wave.
Yep.
What a guy.
Well, he's going to take 10 piercing and 12 cold damage. That's max damage ice knife.
So you attack him? You attack roll is a savings throw. All
It's an attack roll.
right. What armor class did you hit?
30.
Okay, that's going to hit him. And you take 10 points of damage. It takes 10 points of damage.
10 points of piercing and 12 points of cold.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And he's not close enough to his friend for his friend to also take some cold damage, but it's okay.
All right, you hit him for 10 points of piercing and 10 points of cold. It hisses
there
at you
a
and barks
secondary
back in its choppy language.
Yeah, if he's within 5 feet, they also take the cold damage.
That's pretty cool. I like that. That's neat. Yeah, it's kind of like the Toll the Bells where you get that you are doing it to two characters at one time because your feat as a cleric, which is nice. All right, cool. Liar, you launch your ice tentacles out, striking into it. The shard of ice hitting it. Are you done with it? Anything else you're gonna do, Liar?
That's all I'm gonna do for this turn.
Okay, Liar, you go. Echankar, you see that this creature here had tried to cast a spell on you, a hold spell of some sort. Sort of on goblins don't usually do that, although you have encountered before cleric goblins and sorcerer goblins and wizard goblins. So
It's
not
true.
all goblins are made the same.
I think Ek is going to move 30 feet. Right? Yeah, no. He'll move here so he can keep him within the aura
Good.
and then raise his shield.
You raise your shield. Are you defending? Are you just going to take the disadvantage?
Yeah, essentially he's defending right now.
Yeah, they call it. I think it's called dodge, right? All right.
Yeah.
So you dodge. I will say, Echankar, as you get close, you see that this Figmort, he has a pendant on his lapel here. It is quite large, but it's pierced. That you think it being a paladin, you think that this might be some sort of holy symbol, but it is in the symbol of a flame.
Do I need to wait until my turn to do
You
like
can
maybe
take a
religion
bonus
check?
action to do that. Have you done anything with your bonus action yet?
Nope.
So you can
I
take your
would
bonus
do-
action to recall knowledge.
Okay, yeah, I would recall knowledge. Would it be religion then?
Yes, you can use religion.
Nope. 6.
What'd you get? 6? No, you're not sure what that is. That the symbol, you've never seen that symbol before, and it doesn't appear to be something that would that you're like, it's just a flame. It's probably a priestly thing, but they're goblins. Who knows?
Yep.
All right. Are you done with your turn then?
Yep.
All right. Figmort of the Wave gets to go. It calls up. It raises its hand. It goes. It sees you. It gets wide eyes. It reaches up to the sky and it cries out in a weird, strange language. However, Liar, you recognize what he's speaking. What he's calling out is the cant of the druid. He cries out, and when he does, a dark cloud envelops the area.
Mm.
And in a 10 by 10 area, it is going to strike down. Which one is it going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Echankar. The
Yeah.
dark cloud launches down a bolt of lightning onto you. You cannot get yourself a break from the lightning, as this druid as well also calls lightning.
I've seen this before.
Give me, I believe it's a dexterity savings throw. Yes.
Yep. Oh no, that is a 11.
All right. Well, you can't critically fail in this game, which is good. But on a fail, you will take 3d10 lightning damage as he calls down from above to try to lightning you. 3d10, not 3d8. Make sure I grab the right dice. By the way, I love physical dice, so but it's very hard to keep track of all the players when they're all remote, unfortunately. So you're gonna take 20 points of electrical damage.
Woo!
He does that. I don't think he has a bonus action. And he is going to expend some energy and heal himself. For a lot of... It's pretty good. You think he might have spent some of his divine druidic energy to heal himself. Next. Pourquoi? He's going to run forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. To here. Now he's within range. He picks another spear and he launches it. Fires it at Echankar. Attacking Echankar with his strength. He takes 2 attacks. Both of them missing. You think these guys are a little more powerful than level 1 half hit dice goblins. All right, that brings us to Liar. Liar, what are you going to do?
Okay, so I have a question about Call Lightning.
Go for it.
There's a line here in Call Lightning that says, if you are outdoors in stormy conditions when you cast a spell, the spell gives you control over the existing conditions. Does this guy's Call Storm spell count for that?
I would say no. I would say, and I wish it actually, I wish it said naturally stormy conditions. I think some DMs might say that, but then it would just be like, it's whoever has the last spell standing. It'd be almost like, right. I kind of think that I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't do that to you either.
It's fair.
I wouldn't want to take away your spell. So
ever hopeful, Cameron. I appreciate it.
I think it's creative and I like your ideas, but I also don't want to use that against you. So
that's fair.
I'm gonna.
But I don't know how because I think it's just all of a sudden now we're amping an additional D8 to each other back and forth. No, wouldn't that be how that works, or D10 even?
I'll let you. You know what? I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want them both to be amped, or do you want neither of them to be amped?
Oh man,
I think that's
a big decision.
This game, we can do whatever you. I think it's on you. Do you want both of you to be amped or neither of you to be amped? I think it's fair.
I think we'll just leave it as naturally stormy. I kind of think that's better.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So I like those the players choose what they want to do because oftentimes it works for everybody the same. So, what do you want to do?
Know that Echankar is probably developing severe PTSD from all this lightning, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Polymorph on Figmort.
Oh no! You're gonna polymorph my Figmort?
I'm gonna polymorph him. DC
all right, are you concentrating on any spell right now?
No, not right now.
Okay. All right, what is my savings throw?
17. What is it? Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Unfortunately,
good at it,
he
but...
did make it.
Damn.
He's a druid, so he's gonna have probably a +3 or 4 minimal, and plus his plus he's gonna have some bonuses for not being a level 1 NPC. Yeah. So it's gonna probably be +7 or 8 to his roll for wisdom.
I'll take my bonus action and turn into a giant goose again.
All right. Nice. You are now goosed up. Gustava. Can we call you Gustava? Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a thing,
Gustav.
But yeah. All right, Goose. All right, you do that. Echankar, once again, the goose has returned. The golden goose.
Now that the goose is back, he feels strong. He feels brave.
The goose is loose.
The goose is loose. He's gonna run up. He's gonna run up. Start smacking this guy.
All right.
Hopefully.
Paquette has
nope. 11 to hit for the first one.
All right, hold on. When you miss, he automatically gets a free trip attempt on you to knock you over.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I rolled please give me basically it's a contest. You get to choose athletics or the dexterity one. What's that? You can do
Acrobatics.
You can choose either athletics or acrobatics to defend.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose athletics.
Go for it.
26.
You roll a 26.
Yep.
Let's see what I got here. I have a total of. Come on, open up the sheet. His strength is what? Ooh, +4. So I rolled a natural 20, but doesn't beat a 26. But it doesn't beat a 26. So you actually do not get tripped. So that was your first attack. What are you going to do?
Second attack, 27 to hit.
That will hit him.
And I will Divine Smite using a first level spell slot.
Go for it.
So that is an initial 6 points of damage, plus an additional 14 points of damage, so 20 points of damage.
Oh my god. You shattered him almost. He's not dead, but the divine energy of Helm striking into this creature, its teeth just shattered. It gets moved back, and he kind of he has a spear in his hand, and he's just looking at you like, what the heck just happened?
I'm going to action surge and attack one more time.
Boom! Nice.
One last.
Right, it's an action surge, so you actually can now. It's an action surge, so you can actually do a smite again.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because it's an action surge, right?
Yeah. Okay. So 23 to hit. That'll be hit. Another 8 points damage.
All right.
I'm not gonna smite though.
All right. Boom. Right. You action surged again. Boom. Nice. Now, when you action surge, do you get both your attacks in your action surge? Or is it one?
I believe it's just another. It's just another action. I believe.
Let's.
You have multi.
On your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular action as a possible bonus action.
So, but it's an action, right? And then your attack action, you attack twice.
Okay. So then I'll do it again.
Yep. That's what I remember. Yeah. So you get
another 23, another 10 points of damage.
Nice. Striking into him. You see this thing has buckled. It's barely hanging on. It's been a minute since we played 5e, so remembering all these rules.
Yeah.
This is why we do these practice ones, to kind of get all these rules out of the way. All right, cool. Boom. Striking into it. Oh, this thing it's not looking good. Thigmort of the Wave. What is he going to do? He is concentrating right now on this lightning blast. He may do that again. However, I'm going to take a look and see what his options are. Yes. I don't think it's a concentration spell, so I'm going to double check on that. Yes. He is going to burst out an ice ball. It's going to erupt all around you. It's going to hit here in a 20-foot square, so it's going to hit both Echankar and Lyre. Both of you need to give me dexterity savings throws.
Everybody loves to go after our dex, huh?
They really do. We're not great at that.
Nice big 4.
That's a 24 for me.
No, I guess 8. Oh, I'm not in your aura. Yeah, just 4.
All right.
I don't know if an 8 would have gotten you through it, but
don't have another,
worth a shot.
Go. So it's not the greatest roll, but pretty good. So you take 30 points if you fail your DC 16 dexterity. 30 points of ice damage as this ball erupts of pure ice all around you, and it actually leaves behind a ice that will last for 3 rounds.
Do I take half for 16?
If you made your 16, you'll take half. Yes.
Okay.
Nope, I misread that. Yeah, Yep, that's what happens. And for 3 rounds, there's an icy surface. I have to draw that icy surface. Okay, so it leaves that area. That area is now considered difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah. So it leaves a sloshy, icy mess that lasts, that is difficult terrain for 3 rounds. I have to have a little counter out to remind me of my 3 rounds. All right, that brings us to Pokek, or however you want to say it, Pokek. I looked his name up in a Goblin dictionary online, so that one I was like, it looks fun. All right, let me go, and he is going to. What is his options to do? Got it. Okay. He's going to make 1 attack on Echankar.
Okay.
And let me see if he hits you.
Please miss.
He is going to hit armor class 23.
That'll hit.
All right. He basically takes his 1 spear and he leaps to the ground, or leaps in the air, and it comes smashing down right into your chest. When he hits you, you are going to take 3 points of piercing damage.
So I take no damage.
Nice. And then you're going to take 10 points of cold damage. 10 points of cold damage.
I cannot believe you're up.
I am at 1 hit point.
All right. And you are covered with a frosty glaze all over your body. It's kind of swirling frosty glaze.
Okay.
It's kind of, as you see, you kind of parts your armor just cold, just glistening all over the place.
Yeah.
All right. That, and then he disengages. To here. And because he's a goblin, he can disengage as a bonus action.
Yeah. Damn goblins.
All right, and that brings us to Liar. What are you going to do, Liar? This guy, if to attack him, he's considered under heavy cover, but he's not hiding.
Okay.
You know he's there. He's just got trees and brush all over him.
I fly over. I'm just above. I'm just about 10 feet up because I have 10-foot reach.
Okay.
No, I only have 10-foot reach on one of my attacks, so I'll just land right next to him. And I'm gonna just lay into the Figmort here.
You see a big goose butt, Echankar, come flying behind you.
Oh dear God!
There's a crit in there. Okay, so the first attack is gonna miss.
Okay, you attack. What'd you do to him? What kind of attack did you do?
It's a beak attack and 2 wing attacks.
All right.
Just laying into Figmort.
Nice.
And it's just biting and hissing like geese do.
All right. And pooping.
Most terrifying animal.
And so the first one's a 7. That'll miss.
Yes.
The second one is a natural 20.
So do your max damage plus your
it's a D10.
your D8 on top of it.
So max damage is going to be 12 plus. Where's the roller? 12 plus 6, 18 points.
Nice. Nice job.
And he also needs to make a DC 12 strength save or be knocked prone.
He is knocked prone.
Oh shit!
That is awesome.
And we got, and then my last attack is 18 to hit.
And you hit the attack with advantage because he's prone, I believe.
I think so. Let me. Just
but you did. Your 18 did hit anyway, so go ahead.
Crit fish, you know.
Crit fish.
Yeah, for sure.
18 again.
Okay.
Okay. So then he's going to take another 1d10 plus 2. So he'll take another 12 damage.
12 damage? Oh my god, that was awesome. That was incredible. That was incredible. Echankar, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, so this first part of moving out of here will be difficult terrain, right?
Yes.
So that'll be 10.
Hold on.
Get here.
Okay.
Right?
As you move 5 feet, the frost that has been glistening over you explodes in icy crystals, causing 4 more points of cold damage.
And he is down.
Boom.
Should have healed first and then moved.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Boom.
Right.
He sees me. He goes.
I don't know how to
Big
heal
boy.
you while I'm a goose.
Staring up at you. Liar, you see this pendant on this thing. Did you already make a check on it? I didn't know. I don't remember.
Not.
But you do see this pendant on this thing. And he's going to call down lightning. Because he still has that going. Oh, I have to double check because he actually got hit last time. He does not have that going anymore.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I forgot that last time he hit him. So I have to roll that. So what can he do? He is in dire straits now. He's used most of the cool things he has. So he has a thing. He's going to do another thing because this is a good thing. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from him as he strikes his staff in the ground, causing a 15-foot cube that originated him for everyone to make a Constitution save. Echankar, you will fail your Constitution save, I believe.
Yep.
Or do I think you get it with disadvantage? I don't remember if you're unconscious. Can you double check for me?
I think, yeah, I feel like you automatically fail.
I don't know. Double check for me, please. But
Does your aura still work if you're down?
No, all my auras drop if I am unconscious.
Okay, so just double check if you're unconscious whether your Constitution fails or not. But at least, Liar, you definitely get a save. It's a 16 Constitution save.
I just miss it.
Okay. So you will take.
Yeah, I automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws.
Okay, so you'll still get a Constitution save. Please make it. You just don't get your aura.
Yep.
It's 16. What'd you get?
Give it a shot. 22.
Nice. So you take half damage, and you are not moved. Unfortunately, because you're at 0, you're going to go down one of your death saves. You still
take a failure.
You still lose a death save failure, right? So don't roll a DC 20, or don't roll a critical failure on your save.
Yeah. It could be a rude awakening for the beginning of this campaign.
Well, you might be coming with a different character. That would really suck for everybody. People would be like, "Wow, that's a sucky beginning."
Hey,
all right,
that's the rolls, man.
It does sometimes happen that way. All right, but unfortunately, you did fail. So it doesn't say that you are considered large, right? Not huge. So you're going to take 2d8 thunder damage from being struck by this elemental creature or this elemental druid. You're going to take 10 points of thunder damage, and you are going to be pushed back 10 feet. Where is it at here? I'm going to push you back 10 feet. Back into here. You're back into the difficult terrain. That's what he does. That's just one spell effect. He runs back into here, back down to here, and then he bonus action hides. Let me scroll. You might still be able to see him because your passive is pretty good. No, you don't see him. You said your your passive is 15, correct?
Right.
Yeah. Neither of you see him because Echankar is now about to die.
I'm more concerned with that at this moment, for sure.
That was Figmort. Poquat. He moves to here, and he's going to bonus action hide. I rolled really well on their hides. Sometimes that happens. They seem to disappear into the brush and hide. Liar, it is your turn.
All right, it's time
Your
to go.
newfound companion is down.
I scoop up Echankar with my big old beak, and I fly away. We will regroup and figure out what these guys are up to later. But this is not something that we want to be dealing with.
All right, that's what happens. But Echankar still has some saves to make.
Yep.
You're not going to change. You're not going to try to heal him or anything. You're just going to.
I can't. Well, I'm a goose. I got to get him away first.
Got it. All right, Echankar, give me a death save.
7.
Oh, no.
Another failure.
Are you sure you don't want to set down and heal him? He's down 2 death saves.
If I'm seeing him be real bad, I will.
Now you have. You picked him up and you move. You are actually flown away from this area. Mm-hmm. That's what you did last round. You picked him up and you flew your distance. How far can you move? 60?
I can move 30, so 60 with a dash.
So you did pick him up, so you only moved 30 feet. So you picked
Okay.
him up and you flew 30 feet. We'll put you about there. And you are flying. You can set him down, turn back and heal him. Or you can have him make one last save. It's a difficult.
It's dicey. It's dicey, but
No, he could make the save, or you can set him down and you can heal him. And possibly did those goblins flee, or are they circling?
Yeah.
Or did they flee? I mean,
yeah, it's hard to say, man.
It's going to be. I will say both those goblins were very, very bad. They basically
We
had
did
to get
fuck
out
them
of
up.
they would have not have survived in the round.
Okay.
They were in bad shape, so they might not.
If I think they were in bad shape, I'm going to, just seeing that Echankar is also in very bad shape, I will sit down and I will switch back. I'm going to pop my Mass Cure Wounds on him just because that's the best healing spell I got available.
All right, you set down Echankar at the edge of death. Jorlin's expecting him home at any moment.
Yeah.
The tea probably still warm. Let's see if Echankar comes home warm. Echankar, he sets down. What healing spell do you cast?
Mass Cure Wounds for 20 points.
Echankar.
I guess I'll also get 20 points.
Lyre and Echankar heal up. Each healing for 20 points of damage. As Lyre bends down, pulling the earth and the nature energy into himself and releasing it upon the area, healing all around you, you hear heavy horse hooves pounding through the middle of the forest. You hear it behind you, Lyre. You hear several horse hooves running, racing, charging toward you. What are you going to do?
Oh my god.
Echankar, you gasp as you find yourself staring up at your friend.
Yeah, honestly, like, he looks up and he sees, like, Lear above him, healing him. Lear clearly is, like, panicking of Ek, and Ek, he's looking and he's at himself and he's feeling this just like
fireball.
He feels this. He's just thinks in his head, and he's just like, I've failed again. I've failed again, and you see a tear come out of his eyes, and he just lies on the ground, and he just knows that, like, he might not be ready to do this again.
Here's looking down, and he goes, "It's not over, friend. But we might have more company. Just stay still." And he'll cast Pass Without a Trace to hide us.
You do so, blending yourself into the forest. As you, moments later, coming around the bend, Echankar, you see familiar faces. 4 soldiers from Tribor racing into the scene. You see Garrig, your friend, on horseback charging in. Along with them, 3 other soldiers who you know from town. Nero, the young buck who seems to have more passion for drink than horse riding, but is good with a sword. You see Callie, the beautiful dark-skinned woman who's come from Anorak with her family and now is a protector of Tribor, has more than once proven her valor in combat. And Lance, the older soldier, one of the oldest men that work with Tribor. None of those 3 other ones are one of the 12, but Garrig is. And the 4 of them ride in. They look around, and one of them Garrig calls out, "Echankar! Echankar!" Look around. He must be here somewhere.
And Ek will once again, he pushes these feelings back, and he stands up. He's like, "We're here. We're here."
Where? Oh, there you are. There you are. He looks up and by Torm's thunder. He dismounts and he runs over to you and he pulls from his hip a potion of healing and he lunges it out to you. Each of the 12 carry with them a potion of healing as they travel and around the town just in case something happens. And he has one for you and he shoves it into your hands. What happened?
He kind of shoves it back and he's just like, the goblins, and there were these spider creatures. He looked at
fire and water.
He looked like Lear, and he's like, they were elemental of some kind. I'm not sure, but the goblins might still be in the area. Please fan out, find them.
One of them was conjuring storms.
Go look, and you see the 3 other ones led by the ebony-skinned leader of the group, the woman. She calls the other 2, and the 3 of them ride out, looking through the forest on horseback, calling to each other. You hear them beckoning, "Over here, check over here," and they begin searching the area. All right. Gregor standing with you, grabbing your hand. Are you all right, my friend?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes,
they were. You said they were spider creatures of some elemental nature. This is. He looks over at you, and you see this is the same man, that Lyre that you have seen before, but you are now a dwarf. And he looks at you and he says, friend, I do not know who you are. Echankar, is this someone who helped you?
Echankar looks over at Leah, please show me your true form. Please.
Sure. And he will turn back into his big 8-foot-tall blue self and say, I'm nothing but a little bit of riffraff.
Garrick steps back and he looks up at you. A little
wry smile.
And he smiles and he says, friend, well, perhaps I have misjudged you. You are truly good for Tribor if you're good for the 12. Thank you. He holds out his hand to you. Thank you for your help.
We'll reach out and shake it.
Now, what did you find? We didn't find anything. I didn't find anything. There's nothing over here. The 3 of them yell. They circle the area several more times and they come back on horseback. And they say, Garrick says, come, Echankar, we will take you home. And then I will go speak to the Lord Protector to myself in the morning. I will get back to you as to what we find on this. Stay safe. You have a few more days of rest before you're called to duty after your long travel. Please, take it. You deserve such as well does your wife.
He's just... I don't think Eka answers at all. He just starts... honestly, he's so hurt. He's just kind of just
Did
shuffling
you take the potion
off.
of healing? Did you take the potion of healing?
No, I shoved it back at him. I didn't accept it.
He understands.
More bruised ego than...
Come.
Wounds that
he
will heal.
he holds his he jumps on his horse and holds his hand out for you to ride with him.
And he looks at him. I need to walk home.
Garrick looks down and he says, no, you need to ride. And he puts his hand out again, insisting that you take it.
Lear will look over at Ek and go, it is okay to accept help from your friends.
He looks and says, we are the 12. I am not the 12. You are not the 12. We are the 12.
He takes a breath.
Pulls you
breath,
up onto his horse.
Yeah, he takes the hand.
Pulls you up on the horse. And the one of the other ones looks down at you. You're being 8 feet tall and quite large. Technically, you're still a medium creature, right?
Yes.
He looks at you and he knows that the 2 of you will be difficult to ride. So The old man Lance, he climbs off his horse and he walks back to the young buck, the young soldier, and jumps on the back of his horse, taking the reins and bringing him over to you. Come, we will ride back to town.
Much appreciated. Yeah, he'll jump up there and he'll look over to Ek as we ride back and say, I believe this may have more consequences if we leave it unchecked. We need to regroup and get to the bottom of this.
I would like you, Cameron, to have Lyre make a recall knowledge religion.
4.
All right. Neither of you know what that symbol means. Perhaps in the future you'll find out, or you'll know someone who does. And with that, we're going to wrap up this adventure for today. You're able to ride back to home, Echankar. You're able to find the warm embrace of your wife again. But this isn't the feat. For you did stop these creatures from invading town. What they were doing, though, you might not have found that out. You might still have a mystery to solve. And we have a whole campaign.
What were they in town for?
Yeah.
So this is just the beginning. I guarantee there'll be a lot more chances to fight these goblins and any of these creatures that are of the elemental nature. So until next time, what do you guys think? Did you guys have fun?
Super cool. Great
Yeah,
time.
I had a great time. Obviously, I kind of like the rolls didn't go my way, but honestly, I felt like narratively it makes sense for Echankar where he is right now. These rolls aren't going his way for a good reason.
All right, love it.
Yeah,
that's great. All right, so you're going to be back with when we hit session 1 in a couple weeks. So until
Can't
then,
wait.
join us next week for the third of our 3 initial pre-campaign adventures. We're going to have 2 more new characters coming in. So Nate and Eric will be back with their characters. Eric is bringing back Hemo Oakenheel, so that should be fun. So and Nate's bringing in someone new. So let's join us next week as we continue our pre-campaign adventures, giving just a little hint of the story to come, just a sliver in each one. I don't want to, just a little bit, just a smidge. All right. Until then, you guys have a great night and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.